how sweet it is to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal, HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. So happy to have you guys here with me tonight. I feel like I have... Oh, I clicked this button. This is your weekly Thursday night nerdy talk show where I get distracted by trying to make sure everything has started up right. Where you sit back and relax. See, wrong button. Where you sit back and relax. I said you sit back and relax. And hopefully by now you've poured yourself a little bit of,
more specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
as we cruise into the Halloween weekend. But of course, if you have a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, OnlyFans, newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat, support one another, plug yo shit. Did I turn my light on? I did turn my light on. It's on the wrong color. There we go. There we go. Fun episode in store tonight. We're doing an open mic. Didn't intend on that rhyming, but we're doing an open mic here on the show. So I'll be dropping that link shortly in the chats. Bear with me, of course, as I get everything rolling. But without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend. Hitting the wrong button, of course. It is me. It is me. Yo soy el problema. It is me. Happy to have you guys and gals here with me tonight. It is a bit difficult starting the show like this without it being like preset. Once again, as a reminder, last week I attempted something different because I've been having issues getting this show to stream on Facebook. And I believe the issue solved. It is, because we're currently live on Facebook. The problem is, in order to get this to stream on Facebook, I need to click like go live. I don't have the ability to schedule it and then go live. It's really annoying. So because of that, I haven't had the, what do you call it? I haven't had like the scheduled posts where you guys are chatting before I show up. I have to like on the spot load it, put the information in, and then hit, go live. So it's annoying. It's taking me a little bit longer to get the show rolling. So for that reason, I'm going to start preparing a little bit earlier than usual in the hopes that we eventually have that bug fixed in Ecamm, because it's an Ecamm issue. It's not anything that we're doing wrong. We are literally just the victims. We are the victims. But yep, looks like we are all steam ahead. Just going to open that. So I have that as well. Of course, don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell to get notified when we go live here on the channel. Let me continue to move some things around, but I'm going to open up the stream to everybody by dropping a link in the chat. So again, if you want to jump on open mic, you can. I would prefer if you were in some sort of costume. Be on brand today. Follow the assignment. But let's get the shameless plugs out of the way. I don't know why my screen's so small. Let me correct that. Nerdaffiliated.com. your one-stop shop for all things nerd affiliated. You can buy some sweet merch, links to the latest episodes, links to the latest live stream. You can also join the Nerd Foundation, 99 cents a month. Helps keep the Proton Pack powered up. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Reddit, Threads. And I think that's about it, right? On Threads, I tend to follow way more political stuff. So that's probably what you would see me reposting on Threads. On Twitter, we have a Twitter, but I don't really use it like that pretty much at all anymore. Like I pretty much open Twitter when I get I'm always going to call it Twitter. Whenever I get a notification that Dan Yun from Marvel Legends did a post, or Ariel Helwani, who does UFC stuff, whenever he does a post, that's when like I get a notification, and then I'm like, oh, I haven't opened up Twitter in a while. Let me check it out, see what's going on. So that's why I have a Twitter, but that's also the only reason why I ever open it. It's because I get a notification, which I usually skip, and then sometimes I turn it on. So there's that. Let's catch up with the chat, of course, real quick. Tony, probably going till 9:30, 9:45 Eastern. I do have to get ready for Halloween tomorrow. So there's that. We're actually hosting this year. First time in our new house hosting Halloween. So in advance.
What?
I said in advance.
What?
We're going to have ourselves tomorrow a lot of...
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
All right. So if you can, of course, hit the like button. Share it with a friend. Do that as well. I don't say that a lot. I should. I'm going to lower... I want to make some lighting adjustments. Hang on. I think it's better. One more change. Talks amongst yourselves. There we go. We're back. We're rolling. But yeah, let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Of course, Tony was the first one in the house. Good to see you. I'm going to be late for this one. Sorry. No worries. Even if you got to catch the replay, by all means. Dave's the mention in the house. Good to see you. I haven't seen any new videos in a while, Dave. Where are my videos at? Where are my videos at, Dave? Slacker Squad. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. My wife and I are actually rewatching Stranger Things. We are, I never saw season 3. New season, final season coming out. Trailer dropped today. Thought it was all right. New season drops next month. So we're doing a rewatch to get up to speed. And again, I never saw season 3. I am aware of some of the events of season 3 because of the flashback stuff in season 4. I watched the recap at one point online. It's been a while though. So looking forward to seeing season 3 for the first time. I'm looking forward to that. But also, as I'm watching the show, I won't say anything just in case, but well, actually it's in the trailer. So you probably would know if you cared. Knowing how Venkman? Is it Venkman? However you say it. Knowing how he came to be, I'm pretty sure they didn't set up the threads through the whole show. I think that was a complaint people said. However, as I'm watching it, I'm still trying to see if I could find the threads that lead us to where we got in season 4, especially in season 3. and go from there. I am wondering though if what was the show I'm thinking of? I know Power Rangers had this issue at one point. Dragon Ball Z had this issue at one point. There's been moments in time with TV shows and movies where the characters have like a villain to go against, and then the studios are like, or the studio heads are like, oh, that villain's not sufficient enough to go against the good guys. Not necessarily in like power scale, but as far as like what we think people would get attached to, what people would like, that kind of thing. So I wonder if Netflix got involved with Stranger Things and said, listen, there's not one big bad in this show, and you need one for it to do well. But like 3 seasons in, like, I wonder if that's what happened. I don't know. I know with Power Rangers, there was an issue with Lord Zed where they thought Lord Zed was like too scary for kids, but you needed somebody like as a bigger bad than Rita. And they were like, you know, why not do somebody like that? In Dragon Ball Z, the example we have is, you know, you get out of the Namek arc, Frieza's dead. Now it's Goku versus these 2 androids. But I guess they were like, oh, you need to have some sort of big bad that doesn't quite look human. Like that's gonna do better. So they went from just the androids to then bringing in Cell. So there's a bad that kind of looks like it could be a Frieza type person. And eventually as time goes on, people always say Frieza's the best villain. They bring Frieza back. Actually, they brought him back 2 times. So it's happened from time to time. They brought back Shredder. Shredder died the first issue. Came back. Man Collect says, I'm here to see the Cyclops figure with the yellow coloring. Actually, you know what? That video is live. That video is live on the channel. So channel members have access to it now. Everybody else, I think you get it on Monday. But yeah, I dropped that teaser. Last night was scary. Last night was scary. I'll say that. Actually, let me see if I can, I'll see if I can do a little preview of that episode. And then we have somebody who joined. We'll have them come on camera shortly. But first, I'll give you guys a little teaser. If it works. It does work. So this is the current video, members only, drops on Monday, of the greatest Marvel Legends 2-pack of all time. Can raise the volume.
Previously on
that I'm feeling zero emotion doing this unboxing right now. What is up, nerds? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to Nerd Affiliated. I was supposed to be doing a Ghostbuster install. I actually ended up doing it off camera, so that will be discussed in another video. But for now, in the quest to continue cleaning this office, we have another unboxing. The final unboxing on this desk, actually. Pretty excited for it. And that is this X-Men 97 2-pack of Jean and Scott, aka Cyclops and Marvel Girl? Was Marvel Girl her name? Was it? I feel like it was. Anyway, let's unbox these and of course take some photographs. I think the series might be called Plastic to Picture. I'm still working on it. I am. I feel very awkward right now. I don't know why. Message. Anyway, intro. Also, before I bring in the guest, what do you guys think the inspiration for this intro was? It kind of came to be on its own. If anybody's going to figure it out, it's going to be the guest that's backstage. But I came up with this intro graphic. There was no like set music to it. And then I was randomly trying different songs and came across this song and was like, oh, this feels like this show. So I left it in. And when I asked Anthony what he thought, he liked it, but he couldn't place the show. So I'm wondering if anybody could place the show. Again, the guest backstage is usually pretty good at this. So I'm going to play it one more time. I feel very awkward right now. I don't know why. Anyway, intro. So there's my teaser of that. But again, channel members have access to that video right now. But I want to bring on the guests, and then we'll continue saying hi to everybody else in the chat. I've fallen behind on that, but I want to see if the guest knows what the inspiration was for that. Not intentional, just kind of worked out that way. The guest is not in costume, but I approve of his outfit. I actually need to hide the chat just because it gets in the way. But let's bring on the man, the myth, the legend, a GOAT in the game. We have the one, the only. We're traveling into the dimension. Dave's Dimension.
What's up? And I promise no crash outs today.
I mean, if you crashed out on stream, I would not be opposed to it. I'm all about the crash outs.
I'm in costume, you know.
I like that. I approve that.
I honestly have been wearing this a lot because it is very comfy. And for a large and in charge person, this is, you know, this is nice and comfy, you know. Hey,
I like that.
it's big boy approved.
Big boy approved.
And I mean, come on, when someone like me who, you know, suits up all the time, it's like, do I want to drag out the suit? And I'm like, no, not right now. Maybe I'll wear it tomorrow.
I would hope that you would at least wear it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nice. But
I mean, it's you
go
know,
ahead.
it's beggars night. You know, it's also the night that Mr. Eric Draven was murdered along with his lady Shelley. So
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna watch The Crow later on tonight,
Mm-hmm.
along with a certain movie you were talking about earlier today, Frighteners.
I'm
You
saying.
can't go wrong with it.
I'm saying. I made it. I put it on the list of movies I had watched but forgot about. It came up randomly. I don't remember what I was watching, but Frighteners came. Instagram reel was suggested where it was outtakes of Michael J. randomly in the movie being like, "Oh, Doc," instead of like the other characters' names. And that's where I was like, "Oh, I should watch this."
Or
movie.
an Eagle Eye fan of Michael J. Fox, like
Mhm.
yours truly. He has a tendency to wear like a burgundy t-shirt and blue jeans in several of his films. Back to
Yes.
the Future,
Mhm.
Frighteners. So, and you know, I mean, come on, Frighteners, you got John Ashton,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the OG Gomez Adams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got him as the judge. I mean, you got was his name Chai McBride?
You pull it up.
He was the disco the disco guy from there, but he's been in like so many great movies and TV shows like Gone in 60 Seconds, House. I mean, you get a lot of great people in there.
Yeah.
Hell, you got this second generation actor, Jake Busey, who is great as a villain in this film.
Yes. Where is he at? I feel like we have not seen him in a long time.
He's like somewhere in the ether, and like he does like cons because he was in Starship Troopers and a handful of other stuff, but like he really doesn't do a whole lot right now. Arlie Emery, you know, as the drill sergeant in the cemetery. I mean, you just got, and I am blanking on his name right now. Jeffrey Combs as the federal agent who's like obsessed with the supernatural and just like it's just a fun ass film.
It is.
You know?
It is. I mean, you know, I said it online. I said it on the Daily Planet. It's it's canon to Ghostbusters. They say ectoplasm, ecto remnants,
Yeah.
like repeatedly. The one point he's I think Arlie is like stop waking up the spooks or something like that. Something along those lines. So I'm like, all the vernacular is the same. It's a comedy, but has ghosts in it.
Well,
to me, it's canon.
Think about how the ghosts appear in their very kind of faded form. That's pretty much how we kind of saw Egon at the end of Afterlife.
Yeah. And blue. Blue.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that, and I mean, you have some science where, like, oh, you have Michael J. Fox who has a near death experience because he's frozen.
Right.
And then comes back. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, the world's pretty wide ass. Plus, I mean, come on. Here's a little bit of reference. Casper.
Yep.
You had Dan Aykroyd, Ray Stantz.
Yep.
And he was like, oh, you know who to call? Not me.
Somebody else.
Yep. And I mean, you can have that kind of, the world's wide enough. And if you're a big fan of real Ghostbusters, the guys kind of took on a lot of different things that you would not necessarily expect in the world of Ghostbusters, cinematically speaking. So, I mean, anything's possible. That would be a fun, you ever see like the people who do like those kind of like conspiracy theories? Like, Carl Winslow was actually in Ghostbusters and
Die Hard.
He's the same character in Die Hard and the same character who's like in an insane asylum and he's hallucinating family matters.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of those things we could do something like that where we just have that discussion like, hey, well, how would that work? Well, it would work this way, this way, this way. I mean, hey, he was an architect. Who knows? Maybe he was in New York City, Who knows? Maybe he did a job for Dana Barrett at some point. Who knows?
I am. It's one of those where I count it as canon because I think ultimately, especially as the studios, mess up their own stuff when it comes to what's canon, what's lore, what's extended universe, that kind of thing. I'm like, what? At this point, as fans, we should just choose what we want to be canon and not canon. And I don't know if you guys know this. Dave was saying it, but just in case to fill in some blanks, there's a fun fan theory that the events of Ghostbusters, of course, chronologically that happens first. When they're in jail, Carl Winslow is there. He's obviously not in name Carl Winslow, but I'm just going to pull up the image here.
He says, Ghostbusters, Mayor wants to see you.
Yeah.
And that's like his only line in there. But hey, you got to start somewhere.
Exactly. So there's the thought that this was Carl Winslow, because again, same actor in police uniform. The events of Ghostbusters happen. He's like, New York City is too crazy for me. I'm out of here. Too traumatic. Goes to California to become a cop, LA cop. Runs into the events of Die Hard. The trauma of both events caused him to go crazy.
Oh, we can add on to this.
Oh,
we can add on to this.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Crocodile Dundee. He was also in Turner and Hooch.
He was in Turner and Hooch. San Francisco, right?
Or is it? We can expand this even further. So
let's look it up. What year is
Turner Hooch was 1989. Now, Crocodile Dundee was 1986. So maybe he's still in New York City. But he was like a limo driver, remember? He was a limo driver hired to
right.
So he's no longer a cop. He's trying to do another job after all the craziness.
Mm-hmm.
So he figured, hey, I'll just be a limo driver, and he's the limo driver for here it goes. I wasn't even doing it. I was like doing it this way, and it just triggered.
It knew.
But it's you got him in there. Let's see what else, because I'm looking at his IMDb. I mean, we got Die Hard, which was 88, Die Hard 2, 89.
I forgot he was in Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2 in 1990. He had like a small little bit part.
Yeah.
So maybe he was going to transfer, and that's where he's with Scott Turner in Turner and Hooch. Maybe he was considering things, or maybe that's his cousin. We can stretch it out.
Twin brother?
Twin brothers. Yeah, there you go.
Twin brother. Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for Turner and Hooch and Crocodile Dundee to be in this In the
Stretch Jam?
wait. I don't think you said this, but so you said, he's the limo driver in Crocodile Dundee, right?
Yes.
Maybe he got kicked off the force or put on leave from the force. So he was doing that to make extra money until his application out in LA was approved and the transfer was approved.
There you go.
Transferred to LA to do Die Hard. I think we solved it.
I
We solved
mean,
it.
hey,
And then what the final part was, Dave was saying, he goes crazy because of all this trauma, and in the insane asylum comes up with a fantasy of like what he thought being a cop would be, which is
or cop and having a perfect life.
perfect life,
But
perfect
then-
family.
But of course, anyone who saw Die Hard, you recall when he talks about, he struck, there was a shooting where he killed a young boy.
The young boy.
And the twist of it is how he's having this fantasy of a perfect life, but it's being interrupted by a young man, and that Urkel was the kid that he killed.
Yep. Yeah.
So
I love
he's
that theory.
haunting himself. Come on. There we go. Damn camera. I gotta turn off the hand gestures on that. But I mean that's the crazy theory, but we could, just expand it even further. It's like, well, he was in this,
Yeah.
and then, years and years later, he finally creates a new fantasy in this Tron Uprising, the animated cartoon they had on Disney Plus,
Was
which
he
was
in-
actually really
Was
good.
he in that?
Yes, he was.
I love that.
He was able, the guy who was the owner of the shop, until he's killed in the later episodes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Uprising.
that was him. Yep. It's crazy.
Oh, he's in Invincible as well.
yeah.
Why did I think he
he's
passed
been doing
away?
a lot of voice work. He's been doing a lot of voice work.
For some reason I thought he had passed away. I didn't realize he was still
No.
alive. Uncle Phil
Well,
died.
Yeah, Uncle Phil, OG Shredder.
Yeah.
Shredder. I mean, he was in so many different things. I mean, I think he even voiced War Machine in the like there was an 80s Iron Man cartoon, 80s 90s Iron Man, and he voiced War Machine in it, I think. He was in a lot of stuff. He was great.
In the
He was a great voice actor.
in the classic I am wow. That version? Let's see.
What?
Oh, he was in Rambo.
What-
You don't remember that intro to Iron Man? The cartoon?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Oh, he was in the Marvel Action Hour Iron Man.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about the
Because I think they're doing that like with, was it Fantastic Four, and they did Iron Man together, I think. I think those were the two cartoons they were doing.
Oh, weird. They had the thumbnail from the 2000s.
Or yeah,
Yeah.
which is weird.
But yeah, this is the cartoon where the intro was like, I am
Yeah.
Iron
It was like-
Man.
And it had like some CG in there, like when he's
Yeah.
suiting up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the late 80s, early 90s wannabe CG. Like, hey, let's do computer generation.
You know what's the biggest troll of the 80s and 90s? Freaking cartoon intros. Because they put all the money into the music and the graphics,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
would see some dope ass shit. And then you get the cartoon, it doesn't look anything like that.
I mean, like
Thundercats.
Thundercats that's the,
Man.
I mean, come on.
Where
You
was
hear
that cartoon? Where was
you
that
s-
intro?
You still get the goosebumps. You hear that. I mean,
Mhm.
let's be honest. We had some amazing cartoon themes.
Yeah.
And I will throw Disney all over that because in the 90s, when my first job was a roller rink, I was a DJ, and I would do Saturday mornings was my first DJing, and it was like the Tiny Talk Kids session. So it was like all like Disney afternoon stuff.
Yep.
I mean, Tailspin,
Yep.
Darkwing Duck.
Yep.
I mean, don't give Darkwing Duck was just, I mean, hell, even DuckTales was like,
Yeah.
it's just fun stuff.
iconic.
That just like, it's
But
like-
that's when you had, they took chances on that. And
Oh, yes.
but here's the thing too. If we're gonna play devil's advocate on it, back in the 90s, the 80s into 90s, rock music was the dominant music genre
Yes.
for a good while. So nowadays that's not what's popular. So that's why I think we don't get a lot of those kinds of themes. But
Squawk Cats.
SWAT Cats
That
is
was
one of
a
my
good one.
best. Like that SWAT, especially when you got that season 2 when they really went in on the guitar, like that's freaking. Dude, are you buying the Mondo SWAT Cats?
I honestly haven't seen them. I haven't really been paying a whole lot of attention of all the different drops happening.
So there's no official price or scale, but they announced that they're doing it, and they teased the guy who did the modeling on it. He released his like multi-pack of it. Oh, you got
Speaking
it.
of Mondo,
Is that going to be our return video?
I don't know. It may be. But
I don't see why not.
Egon and that's the Egon and
Oh, that's the Egon one?
the Egon and Boogeyman.
Interesting. I thought they would have changed up the packaging somehow.
Apparently not. They're not doing that.
Oh, interesting. All right.
And also, I don't know this. I'm trying to sell this actually. I won myself a printer.
Wait, you
on
won a
Korea-
printer? That's why you're getting a new one? Or getting rid of one?
No. Well, I'm not a big fan of Creality.
Right.
They're the ones who make the Ender printers.
Mm-hmm.
Not a super fan of them. So I want to get the H2S, which is the big one.
Yeah.
That's why I can make helmets in like one go.
One shot.
Yeah.
One shot, one kill.
Because I actually moved my printer further back in the room, so I have a nice space. I'm actually been doing some upgrades for the Playmobil Firehouse.
Mm.
They have these files for free.
Oh.
Venkman's office.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can steer my camera around. Let me take it off of auto. There we go.
By the way, I just want to say shout out to Steve, shout out to Geek Strong,
Nope,
shout out to
there we go.
Millennium, Lily, and Dada. I think Patrick,
So
of
you can
course.
see the firehouse there. There's a different door on it. Did you notice?
Oh.
I actually there's these files. I was printing the black version of it. I'm like,
Mhm.
wait a minute. This, I mean, if I took out the center section and just reprinted one of the windows,
Mhm.
and if I did it red, I'm like, that's the current firehouse door
Yeah.
at Hook and Ladder 8. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna do that, and it came out pretty good.
Yeah.
I also have the. Let me see if I can turn this around.
Oh, the
lockers?
lockers. Yep.
There's the lockers. There's a pool table. Where do I have the pool table? I have to downscale the pool table. It actually came out pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
there's these free files you can get on Thingiverse and a few other sites. And I just printed them because a buddy of mine was like, hey, I would like to, do you think you could do this for the firehouse? I'm like, so I went ahead and did this one. I
That's
had
sick.
tons of brown. I'm like, okay, just printed it off. Bam, 1, 2, 3. I mean, if you have this in the back of the firehouse, it doesn't leave much room for the cars,
Mm-hmm.
but you can kind of stick this out the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I do still plan on doing I actually want to print my own firehouse, which I'll
Let's
be subscribing to the Patreon of I think it's Ecto Gear that does that.
Yep.
So I am going to be subscribing to his stuff because I mean, I've seen what he does and it's just insane. It's beautiful. He does an RGB pack, which I am tempted to do.
Wait. Sorry. You have a resin printer as well?
No, that is a dryer actually.
Oh, okay.
Because you get the moisture in your filaments, from humidity and just,
Yep.
just the air. So that you can run and it will actually dry and get all the moisture out. It heats it up. Okay. Because you guys know I'm a big fan of Bamboo Labs. They have the AMS2, which allows the multicolor printing.
Mhm.
And they actually have built in a dryer now. So you can leave your filament in there. You can't use it while you're drying your filament, but it's an option. You can dry out your filament. And yes, I've been doing the ornaments that the GB News announced. So these came out really actually pretty damn good.
Well, Tony was asking no toaster for the firehouse.
Oh, there is a toaster. I have to print it. So there is a toaster. There is a really small toaster. So yeah, there is a toaster. Jesus. Come on, there we go. But yeah, it does come with a toaster. There's some basic files, and I think they're actually pretty pretty good because the black door, that's just what the door kind of looked like. And I'm like, well,
Oh.
this was just a solid section like this.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, wait a minute, let me just print another one, put it there. And if I do it as red, that's the door to the firehouse. I just did this kind of grading the window part in
Mhm.
silver,
Mhm.
and it looks just like Hook and Ladder 8. I'm like, awesome.
That's great.
You love it. So but yeah, I
You gave
want
me like an idea. Can you
I
of that back part you printed out for
yeah,
the office?
yes.
Because I'm going to be reworking the office downstairs. Well, this is the office
Yes.
technically, the collector area. I'm like, oh, what if I somehow make some fake like banister things to go around that section I'm in? That might be kind of
Oh
fun.
yeah, I'm sure that's easy to be done. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, you could get even like just a basic backdrop and I mean, there's tons of things you could kind of do. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
get some, some 2x4s or something, paint them brown.
Hmm.
I mean, I know actual people who have painted rooms to look like the tiling in the firehouse.
Right.
So I mean, there's a lot of different things you could do. But yeah, I mean, this was about what, 4 or 5 hours to print this, and it printed. This was like without any of the supports or anything. All the knobs and everything came out great. I mean, if you're really creative, you could print just like small little like newspaper clippings to go on the back.
Yep. Yep. The filing cabinets and
So
stuff.
yeah.
I mean, you can upscale that to use on the Hasbro 3 3/4 ones,
Oh yes, yes.
and it wouldn't take that much of an upscale because it's pretty close.
The 3 3/4, or even I mean, with a big enough printer, I could do the
Plasma.
6 inch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Which
sick.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I did confirm my address, so I'm waiting.
Oh,
So
for the
so
Ecto.
in just a couple more weeks, and I'll have an Ecto. I won't know. I'm going to reorganize some of my shelving back here so I can
Mm-hmm.
just have the Ecto kind of like shown off.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't know how I'm gonna. I've seen some people do plexiglass. Some people just do like backdrops. I mean, I want to do something where I have the guys out
Yeah.
with it, and I'll probably do like a little video of Ecto 1 and then 1A, and maybe I'll flip it back to Ecto 1. Who knows? Maybe I'll
Did you
keep it
get
as
just
Ecto
one or two?
1A. I can only afford one. Come on.
Yeah. I feel like
I'm
most people will probably just
I'm
get
not a
one.
baller like some people I know. I do know a few people who did go on too,
Yeah.
but I'm like, no, I can't. I mean, it's going to be a good size Ecto, which you guys actually saw in New York City. So I mean, imagine trying to
Dude.
find room for two. For two?
I'm
No.
like I said in the video, and I'll pull it up here. That's right, Geek Strong got it too. He, by the way, I don't know if you saw his comment, but you should definitely 3D print that bed for Ray. He needs a bed to be in. Shout out to Collecting with Cool. Good to see you. Yeah, I needed a
Thanks,
stream,
Brett.
Kenobi. I need a stream. If I don't make it time, oh, don't worry, Tony. But yeah, Geek Strong got it. I have to reorganize my Ghostbusters section for the 1A.
I mean, it's
The amount of
it's a problem to have.
that was the issue though. Like I don't regret not ordering it because like, oh, I wish I had it, but it's like I just regret not having the space to have the option to have it.
Yeah.
Like that's really what it comes down to. Because that thing in person, I'm just gonna pull up the video real quick while we're talking.
I mean, in video looks impressive.
Yeah.
People who were there at last year's New York City Comic Con, I know
Mhm.
people who were there,
Mhm.
or not at the con, but at Hasbro, who got to see the Ecto in person, and even they said it was amazing even
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
And now they could do polish it up, and I still love the fact that we're gonna have a USB Type C port, and
Yeah.
you can just have like a little power bank like this.
You can plug it
stashed
into the
somewhere.
wall. You can plug it. You
Yeah.
can just have it go
You
straight to
can
the
put-
wall.
well, I mean, if you don't have an outlet nearby, you could just do a little
Right.
chargeable,
Right.
power pack. But here'd be a nice fun idea. You can take a power pack like this, I don't know, paint it red and somehow conceal it as your containment unit in like a little display or something. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there's a lot of different things you can do. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a nerd. I just threw a ghost trap sticker on mine.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's things you guys can do. It's gonna be fun. I mean, I mean, this might be the last Ecto we kind of see for a while. Or, I mean, the last Ghostbusters HasLab we might see for a while.
You know,
Because
I forgot
there's
to
the
ask her
pre-order
about
for the
when
pack.
this thing was going to end. Because, you know, it might be the last HasLab for a while, but it doesn't mean it's the last version we're going to get. You know, that's the thing to remember.
Yeah. I mean, as far as props, and please, no, people can hate me. A slime blower is not realistic.
No. Yeah.
Due to size, and what are you going to make it do? You're just going to have some sound effects?
Right.
Jesus.
The slime blower has to come from like a spirit or Halloween costumes. Like
Well,
somebody's going to do just straight plastic and it's hollow. But even then, it's going to be so large.
here's my thing. Do it as a super soaker for like summertime for kids.
Yeah.
You know?
But then
You
you'd be
fill
like,
it up,
people
you
are going to be
just-
like,
you
but it's not scaled correctly.
Yeah. Well, good mother wasn't scaled correctly, so there. What? Oh. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, we got the 84 pack, and I swear to God, if they do if they do like an 89 1990 pack, I'm like, that's gonna be no. That's a wrap on that.
But here's
I
the thing.
mean-
I think it would still sell. I think it would still sell. Like,
I mean,
but what needs to happen
you
is this
could easily
84. The 84
Yeah.
needs to be in hand first. Like, people need to have the 84 so you can get a new round of FOMO. Like, you need a new round of people to be like, oh shoot, I didn't know that was a thing. And then you release that there's an 89 version coming out with a different ribbon cable
The only
and
big differences are the placement of the wand, because you have the wand at an angle so you can remove it easier, right?
Yeah.
You have a different color crank knob
Right.
from black to gray, and then you have a different ribbon cable. That is it.
Well, there's also the screw on the shock mount, but this
Yeah.
HasLab has a screw on it, which I was like, I hope that could be removable.
Well, I mean, if you're going to be able to open up the cyclotron lid, and
Yeah, just
still
switch
have
out
access to the cake, you're going to have that anyways.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah,
have
Geek Strong also
somebody
said
resin print you, or you know.
well, Doc
was
is
gonna
currently
say-
working on a metal one.
Yes.
From Tools and
And
Talent.
yeah, I mean the one I have for my pack, because I swapped out the bar for the thong, for the yellow thong, and I wound up getting the shorter one. I had I'm trying to think, it was Rex that actually printed that for me. He printed the cap and everything, but I had to take the bolts out of the original one and kind of jerry rig it with like epoxy and a whole bunch of other stuff to get it stuck in there so I can remove that. And that's what I have on there. But I mean, I also used a pen to kind of chrome the top of it. That was like what? I've had that on there for about a year or so now. So I mean, I still have more stuff I want to do to it. I just printed a bunch of parts for a buddy of mine who's upgrading his pack to look more Frozen Empire like, with the terminal block and everything else. But he's also mashing it up with some Ghostbusters the video game parts.
Nice. Since we're talking about HasLabs, I'll ask you about something else to see if you're back it. I already know the answer. I'm still going to ask you the question anyway. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about, because there's only one HasLab currently in the works at the moment. That is the ever slow moving Tron 375. And actually also the Geek Strong in the chat, have you backed it? Because Geek Strong, I feel like you've backed every HasLab in the last like 2 years, but is this going to be the one you don't?
Those figures look amazing. They're the best they're the best 82 Tron figures you're ever going to get, I think. I mean, they look amazing. There's a lot of detail. One, the scale, I just feel a certain kind of way about 3 3/4. I'm not the biggest fan of it. There's a lot of people who love it. When you're trying to find size or trying to find room for stuff, that makes sense. But at that price point, I mean, you saw the light box I made, and I just made that over the course of like 2 or 3 days. I printed out the cycle and I printed out the light box. I just have to find the files for the light trail. They have light trail files out there, I know for a fact. Those are all free files, mind you. So if someone's a 3D printer they had some pre-existing figures, a little bit of modding goes a long way. I think through I almost $300 is a bit much, okay? And I don't know if it was you or it was someone else who was pointing this out. No, it was Oakhurst Studios Vern, in the Toy Duo Squad on Saturday afternoons. Um, they pointed out, look at all the shadowing of the photography.
Hmm.
Okay, I mean, it doesn't give a realistic expectation. This is like, if you can do studio lighting, this is how your figures can look. I mean, they look great and all, but I I just here's my thing. I might be open to $300 if these figures kind of lit up.
Mm.
You know, maybe there was like, not they don't have to have like a battery or a light inside of them, but what if like when you placed it on the display, the dial piece, like you peg it into a certain spot, it kind of like connects it makes a connection so that they illuminate all the way through.
Hmm.
Because that would be a killer. I mean, like right there, they have some light right there making the little swoosh, the little energy coming towards them. I mean, it's not gonna look like that. That's
Right.
trick photography. That's studio being very creative. I mean, that's the thing. It's like Tron, the original Tron movie, everything lit up so amazingly. All that we have lighting up is the dial base. That's it. Okay. We get a little plastic little effect there, making the light trail look like that. But I mean, they're not gonna look like that when you actually put them on your shelves.
No.
That that's my thing. I think the concept is great. It's great, but the problem is it's very niche. And you announce this when the new movie, the third movie in the series, comes out with no tying to it. You know?
Yeah, but I feel like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't on that one. Because
Yeah.
if you release it, before there's a movie announced, people will be like, all right, weird. And then when the movie comes out, you're like, wait, why don't you tie it to when the movie came out? And then if you announce it after the movie, then it's like, why didn't you time it? But then again, you also got a movie that didn't do very well and people are not talking highly of it on the masses. Like, fans like you talk highly
Yeah.
of the new movie. Not that
Yeah.
like you think it's the greatest thing, but you said it was enjoyable.
I I enjoyed the hell out of it. I love the music. Of course, Nine Inch Nails.
Hmm.
I mean, Trent has done a lot of great music over the years, and it was invigorating. I'll be honest, I liked the take of, honestly, I'm not a big Jared Leto fan, but I enjoyed him in it.
Mm.
You know, it was kind of the fish out of water. He was a program that had admiration and liked certain things. I don't want to spoil things for anyone who hasn't seen the movie, but you kind of pick up on that. You do get Jeff Bridges in the movie. I'm not going to I'm not going to spoil that for anyone. But I mean, for fans of Tron, all of the Tron Legacy and the original Tron, there's a lot of great Easter eggs in this film. There's a lot of great stuff that just kind of like, it just felt like maybe they could have done a little bit more in there.
Hmm.
And I kind of felt like maybe they did, like they wanted to do certain things, but they kind of had to edit things around.
Mm.
Okay. Um, like, I'll say this: a lot of people were wondering, well, where's the character Sam Flynn, and Cora? There's references to them. They are in that world. We just don't know exactly what happens to them. So
Mm.
it was kind of like, well, we can't get these people right now, or the story we want to go. We don't need those characters for the service right now. So we're gonna try and do something else. I liked, because I mean, the effects were amazing. The effects were top notch. The callbacks were great. I enjoyed the movie thoroughly. I would definitely see it, go and see it in the theaters a second time. But hey, we know it's going to be on Disney Plus anytime soon. But that's another thing. You're like, wow, this looks great, but you're like, well, wait a minute. This time of year, oh, I just bought a bunch of decorations for the Halloween. We got Christmas coming up, or hey, I just bought little Susie and Johnny their school clothes, and now I got to get them their Halloween costumes. Maybe it's not in the budget. Hey, it's going to be on Disney Plus in like a month or two.
Hmm.
We'll just wait. And that, I think that hurt, because I know a lot of people have said this. COVID did a lot of damage to the movie industry. It is still there, but there are those times when we're like, a lot of us who love the movie experience, who grew up on the movie experience, there's certain films you want to see on the big screen. I'm going to see Predator Badlands
Mhm.
on the big screen because I think it's one of those, you want to see a Predator movie on the big screen, or like Aliens. The last Alien movie, I saw that on the big screen.
But we could already argue that because Prey was on
Yeah,
the little screen and Prey was amazing.
yeah. And by the way, I will agree with Archer on this. Um, the Alien show, the first
Oh, you
half is
finished it?
good. Oh, I finished it. Yeah, I
Nice.
finished it. First half was good.
Yep.
They just didn't stick the landing at
Did
the
not
end.
stick the landing at all.
I mean, I like the people in there. I
Yep.
liked, the characters,
Yep.
and it just like it just
Yeah.
just
It was a very we're not going to talk spoilers on it just in case. It's funny
oh, you're
with
not gonna
some of
mention
the
when Batman shows up?
yeah. With some of these shows, even though it's been a while, I feel like there's still room for people to see it, so that's why I don't want to like spoil really too much in it. But the ending was a very safe ending. Like there was no risk taken with the ending of Alien Earth. And I feel like that's my main hiccup with it. I like the direction it was going. It's not canon technically, so like they could take some risk, change some things up. I do like how they incorporate, I'm gonna say the robots, I forget, synthetics and
Yeah,
androids.
like the replicants and everything else, and
Yeah, I like how they incorporate all that stuff.
androids and the cyborgs. I was
Yeah.
kind of rooting for our boy with the blade arm.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of rooting for him.
But it was just such a safe ending. Like there was not a really good payoff on that. But I will, to your point of what you were just saying before with the movie theater, this came out today, and not surprising, 27-year low on the October box office, and can you?
But
You can't put all the blame on one movie. Like, there's no way everybody can be like, "Oh, it's
no,
Tron Ares' fault." But
but
to your
also
point,
Disney
so
could have
much is
done a lot.
happening.
Disney could have done a lot more damn marketing on this too. Where was the push? There was almost no push on this. To me, I really didn't see a whole lot of marketing for this. I
But
mean, sure, maybe
if you
Disney
know it's
part.
not gonna, if it's not getting a good reception in the marketing department, and with all these companies cutting back on costs anyway, you're gonna be like, just let the movie do what it does.
I mean, I'll say this: the movie there's so many great nods to the original and a few nods to Legacy. Not a whole lot, but I mean, to me, I really enjoyed it. My wife actually enjoyed it,
Mm-hmm.
and I liked how the ending that they presented to us, because they left so many things wide open.
Mm.
And I would like to see where that goes. But again, because of kind of either the marketing or because of the landscape of just movie going itself, it doesn't seem likely that we will get that. I would like to see it, even if they just do it as like an animated series, like they did Tron Uprising, to kind of give us a sprinkle of legacy after the movie was out.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I mean, I'd be open to that.
Yeah.
But, it just depends on what they're gonna do. Disney is kinda, like, all over the place. It was recently announced, Doctor Who
Yeah.
they're not gonna be continuing with that
Mm-hmm.
because they were trying to make it Marvel-esque.
Yeah.
They're trying to take an IP that has been around for, what, since
Decades.
1963?
Mm-hmm.
Over a century, and they're like, "Hey, let's turn this into, like, let's make it very cinematic." They're gonna release one more in-universe Doctor Who thing, which is gonna be a unit spinoff for those who are Doctor Who fans. But I mean, after that, it's gonna be returning to the BBC, but not until Christmas of 2026.
Yeah.
So now they're gonna have a whole year of no content, basically, for the most part.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's Disney does not always do the best. I mean, that can be said about Star Wars. Let's be honest. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's not everything that they've done has been perfect, and there's been a lot of aggravated fans
Hmm.
but I still have hope. I mean, I'm still looking forward to Mando and Grogu. You know, I'm really hoping for a brighter future for Star Wars because I mean it's an IP a lot of us grew up on, and Disney has thrown so much money into it. They need to I don't know, they need to course correct in a way for the fans.
Well, the problem too is that they've shown us that they can course correct, because when Mando came out, I
Yeah.
mean, season one like broke the internet. Like that was, at that point, Star Wars was already kind of like taking L's. Rogue
Even if you
One
didn't
took.
have even if you didn't have Grogu in it,
It was still
it's
really
still
entertaining.
it was still great. It was a Wild West in
But you got
space.
but you got
Firefly.
casuals talking about it, and that's what you need.
Yeah.
Is you need casuals who are like there's certain people I always go to in my life that I'm like, if they're paying attention to it, that's a good sign, because they don't have
Yeah.
time to sit down and watch everything. Like they're never going to watch Star Wars Visions, they're never going to watch Clone Wars, but if Mando's good enough, they're watching Mando. If there's a live action good enough, they're checking it out. None of them watched Kenobi, none of them watched Ahsoka, so I was like, all right, then I know
Yeah,
that there's issues here.
when it comes, yeah, you're right about the casuals there. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, there were parts of Ahsoka that were kind of like it got a little slow at times, but I enjoyed it for the most part.
Mhm.
But I know the character, I know the history, so I was there for. So I don't know if I can call myself a casual,
No.
because I grew up on it. Obviously,
Yeah.
hell, the holiday special, the droids cartoon back in the day.
You don't
I
you
mean, there's
don't count as a casual by default,
yeah,
because you buy toys.
yeah,
Like anybody in this chat who buys collectibles of some sort, you're not a casual of anything. Like you don't count. The casual is the person who's just like, oh, I didn't even know they made Star Wars toys anymore. Like I didn't even know that you could buy a $300
Oh,
proton
don't
pack.
get me see, with respect to anyone who collects Star Wars, I stepped away about what? A year to 2, maybe 2 years ago now.
I think I stepped away around the
BlackBerry.
same time you did.
Okay, so I stopped then, and as a novelty, a couple times my wife got me some of the Christmas
Mm.
themes characters, because they were kinda cool. Like, there was one that was like uh, what is it? Like, a couple of the stormtroopers, they were kinda cool,
Yep.
They're kinda something different, right? Why are they doing a Valentine's Day character? It looks like a Ewok or something that they're doing a Valentine's. I saw this today on social
Yeah.
media. I was like, "Oh, that's no, that's no, just stop it. Just stop it."
At
Yeah,
almost
that's the
$30.
one. Yeah, are you gonna pay 30 bucks for a little pink Ewok?
That randomly comes with the droid from the game.
Yeah, and that's was it not not BB-8? Oh God, I'm blanking on his name from Jedi
Survivor.
Fallen Order and Survivor. BD1,
BD1.
BD1. Yeah, I mean it's
Geek Strong asked if you're old enough to have watched the holiday special when it aired,
oh yeah.
1978.
Well, I was born in '78, so I didn't watch it then, but I did watch it, a couple years afterwards when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
I've seen it a few times,
Yeah.
the
It's
special we are not supposed to talk about,
it's
or
one of those
Caravan of
things.
Courage.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, like they can do it. They've proven a couple times they can do it. I think the
Yeah.
only reason Ahsoka got a second chance was because Dave's in charge to a certain extent. So if he wants to push that one through, he's going to push that one through. I don't think it really did the gangbuster numbers that people maybe thought it did. But speaking of collectibles and being a hardcore fan, Dave, how hardcore are you? How loyal are you to Back to the Future? Are you going to go this weekend to see it, and are you going to try to get yourself, as Dino says, a popcorn bucket?
Well, here's the thing: the popcorn bucket was actually available on Fandango.com.
Ah,
If you spent $45, you got the 3 movies, digital copies with the popcorn buckets.
mm,
Okay, so you could have done that, but I'm like, wait a minute, I already have at least 2 sets of copies of the I have them the 35th anniversary. Okay, I have the 25th anniversary one. I do have a steel book of Back to the Future 3 that my wife got me several years back. So I'm like, do I want to do that? I would like to go. I mean, would it be great to see the movie on the big screen? Yes. I don't know if I'm gonna get around to doing that because not a whole lot of theaters where I am are doing that.
Mm.
So there's that. But I could. Am I gonna watch the trilogy? Of course, I'm gonna watch the trilogy this week, and I might just do it at comfort of my own home. Uh, I am a bit. I mean, hell, I do have the remote. I have the remote control up there. I have my hot toys of Doc and Marty from part one. So I mean, you guys know I'm a big Back to the Future fan. In fact, I am going to be trying to print another version or another copy of the Mr. Fusion for myself.
Mm.
And I thought that I printed one of those for a buddy of mine. It was basically off a dice tower. It was designed
Oh
as a
yeah.
dice tower,
Yep.
but it was big enough that I'm like, wait a minute. I told my buddy, I was like, hey, you could just use this as a popcorn bucket. That would have been a fun popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
But no, hey, yeah, we did the Fantastic Four car, so let's do the DeLorean. And there's been, I think that's kind of a reprint because there was a popcorn bucket a couple of years ago that was done in, I think, Mexico or in South America somewhere. There was the
Mm.
theater chain that was doing that then. And I know Dino's a big, he's like the popcorn collector.
He's the
By the
popcorn
way,
bucket guy.
Dino, do you have an interest in anything like this?
I
Let's see
think.
if I can.
Oh no,
Do you have
Dino's not
this
the
one?
tin guy.
Because I have the popcorn bucket and I have this one.
Ooh, and
I
the
mean, I'm
afterlife.
actually trying to get rid of a few of my collectibles. So if you have an interest or you know someone who might be into it, let a brother know.
There's a YouTuber Justin Credible. He does a lot
Yes.
of the popcorn tins.
Okay.
Where Dino, aka Geek Strong, is more of the like. It's also like a prop or a replica type thing.
Yeah.
There is one more thing though that dropped in secrecy. We didn't know about it. As far as the U.S. release, we knew about it overseas, and it came and went. Oh, you have a guest behind you.
Yeah, that's my youngest River, aka Murder Mittens.
I love that. But this one, it came and went in the night, in the darkness.
I wanted that actually. I was actually
all
interested
did.
in it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, But the really weird thing is, you would have thought they would have done a black one
Mm.
because the watch that Marty wears, which is the calculator watch, and it's a Casio, is a black one. But they did the silver. I didn't see the gold one until you just posted it up there.
The gold
mean,
one's not Back to the Future. It's just the other model of the
Okay.
same.
I mean, it looks kind of cool, but how practical is it? I mean,
you're not buying it for that.
they did a flux capacitor watch like what,
Yeah.
10 or 12 years ago, maybe 15,
Yeah.
maybe. And I would have loved that one. I'm surprised they didn't like reissue that.
You know what you just reminded me of? Memory unlocked. When I got my first car, I missed that baby, the freaking Toyota Matrix. I bought a flux capacitor cell phone charger to go in the car. So it plugged into the cigarette lighter and it would light up. The thing lit up for like maybe a month if I was lucky. And then it died.
You know someone who has one still, right?
You have it?
A buddy of mine gave it to me because I was looking for stuff for the flux pack when I was building it, and I got the Yahtzee up there, obviously. But no, I do have the plug-in adapter one.
Yeah.
So I do have that. It's just laying around.
Yeah.
Practical. What is this word? Yeah. I can say something, but I'm going to behave.
Nothing that we do is practical. That's long gone. I did kind of want that watch. I think, especially being born in '85, just having a watch that says out of time since '85, I think would have been pretty cool to have. And I've been collecting, not in a major way, but I've picked up 2 Casios in the last year to go with the Ghostbuster cosplay. I have the black one, that's the calculator one. I have a gold one. So just getting another one, it being tied to a franchise that we love, it just would have worked for me. But I do want to, speaking of Back to the Future, I do want to address one thing that came up in a comment this week, and jumping
What
over
the hell's
to
a gigawatt?
yeah,
What's a gigawatt?
what's a gigawatt? Just gonna jump over to the letterbox real quick. Shout out to all of you, including you, Dave, who suggested a bunch of movies for me to watch this holiday season, this Halloween season. It was a lot of fun. I have a lot of movies to still watch on that list.
I mean, if you think about it, there's quite a bit of movies that can work for both Christmas and Halloween.
That's
Gremlins.
valid. That's valid.
Gremlins, Nightmare Before Christmas. What was it? Was it Silent Night? The one with David Harbour. I mean,
Yes.
it's an action movie, but it's, you're kind of killing people left and right. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of fun. I mean, there's also Santa Sleigh with Goldberg.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Krampus. I mean, we got a lot of different like scary, murderous kind of like holiday stuff. Child's Play.
Yeah. So I mean, the list, this series can continue. It could totally continue. But somebody mentioned the other day
Please, somebody did not see that you had Lost Boys: The Tribe listed up there.
somebody in the chat, who was it? Ultra. Somebody was telling me to watch The Tribe, or maybe it was Tony. I think Tony was telling me to watch The Tribe.
I mean,
Dave is not about The Tribe.
Well, if you're a completionist, go watch it at least once. And then I think the third one was called The Thirst or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of brings things full circle, technically speaking, by the end of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of have to see it for yourself to know.
I mean, it's on the
You know,
list.
you know.
I threw it on there. Just again, I was taking all of you guys' suggestions, so I figured what's another one to add on there. But I last week was talking about my GOAT list, and somebody brought up a good question, a good point. I wish I remembered the name or wrote down who it was, but somebody commented, how did T2 and any of the Back to the Futures not make it onto my list, onto my GOAT list? And those are very valid points. They are very valid points. Now, I may have to rework my description of the list, but right now, as it reads, for those of you who only listen to the podcast, don't watch, my GOAT list says, as a description, these are my top movies of all time. Some might not be perfect, but their influence is undeniable. Now, what I have talked about before, but I didn't put it in the description, and I should, is some of these movies are the top in like their genre or their ballpark, but may not even be the top true, like gun to my head, you got to pick the 15 best movies of all, like ever.
Or they're so niche that they are their own category standalone. Ghostbusters is definitely one of them.
Exactly. So like, is Ghostbusters the best horror movie I've ever seen to be on the list? Not necessarily, but it's very influential.
It's a supernatural comedy.
Exactly. So there's room to play on the list. The one thing I did mention the other day was, for one, I really like Ridley Scott, apparently, because he's on this list multiple times. But I was gonna put
a good filmmaker.
Yeah,
you can't deny it.
Yeah, I was gonna put on, for example, Aliens. Aliens was gonna be on this list, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give The Thing a shot, because The Thing is also really, really good, and The Thing is one of the best
with the
horror.
Kurt Russell.
The Kurt Russell one. It is one of the best sci-fi horror movies out there. So, that spot, for example, could have easily been Aliens. It could have been Alien. There's
Aliens is, I'm sorry, in my book, Aliens is way better than Alien.
But they're different movies.
Yeah.
One is more action, one is more true horror-ish. So
yeah.
That's where there's like kind of flux here. Now, T2, for example, right. T2 and Back to the Future easily could have been on this list, and arguably probably could be on this list. But I was like, you know what? I don't even have any family kind of movies on here. I don't have any, just you put it on, it's rated PG. It's a good time on a nice evening hanging out. The Family Man makes it. Kikujo makes it. Like, that's where those kinds of movies jumped in.
I love that you have Black Rain on there.
Yeah.
That's one a lot of people don't think about.
People never talk about that movie. That's why I made the list.
You got the GOAT, American Psycho, Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm. So yes, Back to the Future is a GOAT movie. T2, totally a GOAT movie. T2 was going to make my list, in fact, over the influence it had on in-home watching. Well, because every time you got a new technology, like
a family movie, if you think about it, because
true.
No, well, hear me out. The Terminator becomes a father figure.
Yep.
For John Connor, right? Everyone's trying to prevent him from killing people.
Yep.
So he doesn't really kill people in that film.
Yep.
So I mean, it is more of a family-friendly Terminator movie. I mean, you still have tons of violence and there's swearing left and right, and just Linda Hamilton is just a hot mess in that film. But I mean, it's it's definitely more. It's a quantum leap from the original Terminator, where everybody and their grandmother was getting killed left and right.
Right.
And I mean, for the time, the special effects that they did in that film were groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Cameron always makes groundbreaking stuff.
Aliens.
And it's just one of those things. At T2, you can watch. I mean, you could watch it in '93, or I think it was '92, '93 when it came out, and you can still watch it now and still get tons of enjoyment. It's like one of the ultimate popcorn movies, basically.
I just remember for the kids that are of the current streaming generation, before you had the streaming,
we have Blockbuster Video. What?
Yeah. Every time somebody got a new technology for in-home movie watching, there was always a T2 release tied to that. Laserdisc, DVD, freaking Dolby Digital. There was always a new T2 double disc release tied to that. And for that influence, I want to put that on this list of just the in-home theater experience. You were always trying to impress your friends with T2 or freaking Saving Private Ryan / Black Hawk Down. Like those are just you're cranking the volume to 11. Check out how crazy this looks on this freaking tube TV that weighed 1,000 pounds.
Surround sound came out. I remember my dad had got a surround sound system, but he wasn't the person to put it up. Someone else was.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that was like I was in high school, and I was the smart one who was like doing computers and taking stuff apart and fixing them. So he had me set it up. I remember we first movie we watched was in T2. I think like the first one, like my uncle had came over, and my uncle was a big racing fan, so we watched Days of Thunder. And just to hear that, and then we were watching movies like Flight of the Intruder, like a lot of war stuff, and just hearing the explosions and hearing the sound going from one end of the room to the other was just that was the thing,
Yeah. Game changing. Yeah. So those, that's where those movies could have easily made the list. But I tried to factor in some variety. There's not a lot. Most of those are action, and all of those are fiction. But I did want to put in some levels of variety, and that's why for now T2 and Back to the Future, neither of the three made the list. But there are perfect movies like those. I mean, Back to the Future is the perfect time travel movie.
Back to the Future, when I think of it, and don't laugh at me, I actually think of Thanksgiving, because NBC would throw it on like Thanksgiving night all the time growing up as a kid. Like I'd be over at my aunt's house and like, oh, Back to the Future is going to be on NBC. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I watch it, that was one of the things.
Yeah.
Ironically, because it takes place in October and early November, kind of funny. But I mean, like, to me, it's definitely a great movie. I mean, just everything. And let's be honest, it would not be the same movie if Eric Stoltz was actually completed the damn film. I'm just gonna say that. Hot take. You can come at me.
Nobody's gonna come at you on that one. The only person that's gonna come at you for that is Eric Stoltz.
I see people posting in the Back to the Future groups on Facebook saying that they would love a released copy of Eric Stoltz.
I think that
I'm
would be
like,
just to say
why?
just to say you had it.
I mean, and there are people who've made mock like VHS covers, like sleeves, with like his original like what his poster was gonna look like, and I'm just like, no, I'm sorry.
Oh man,
It's
that would
just
have been such a dope Easter egg
like it was like
in Last
kind of like
Action
a
Hero.
black and purple kind of look to it
Yeah.
instead of the nice blue, red, orange kind of look that they have for Michael J. Fox.
In Last Action Hero, there's a scene where they go to Hollywood Video, and
Yes,
of
you
course,
see Stallone
Stallone is
as
Terminator,
R2D2.
and
Yeah,
that would have been so funny if they had a poster for Back to the Future, but it was
and it was a Stoltz.
a
Yeah,
Stoltz version instead of Michael J. Fox.
I
Just
mean, hey,
just cause.
who's to say that they won't redo? I mean, we got Running Man being that was remade, and I do
Sadly.
want to see that. My wife actually wants to see that, believe it or not.
Mhm.
Um, and I mean, who's to say we won't get Last Action Hero rebooted?
I don't know if it needs a reboot, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I freaking loved.
Or
I
you
loved it.
have Danny and like his kid finds the tickets
Mm,
and goes on a movie adventure, and you could have it where I don't know, hell, he's jumping in like films with Jason Momoa or hell, Nick Cage or something. Nick Cage loves to make fun of himself. Come on, I could see something like that happening.
I what I would
It might not be
like,
great, but
I think I think a good push to do movie theater propaganda, if they did that, would be for it to still take place in movie theater,
yeah,
not to be modernized to at home or watching on the phone. But if they somehow found a way to still make it that he had to go to a theater, and then
well,
that's where he gets sucked into the
think
movie.
like Jumanji. We had the board game, right? What
Yeah.
happened? It somehow regenerated itself into a video game console type
Mm.
situation, right? So I mean, who's to say Last Action Hero taken? Yeah, there you go. Oh, he just joined the printing
3D
world.
printing cult. Yeah.
Seth, I saw his post today, and I commented, "So was your first print a Benchy?" He said, "Yep."
Yep.
Everyone's got to start somewhere,
It's a rite of passage.
Have yourself a nice A1 by Bamboo.
Yep.
Bamboo's the best. Yes, I'm a Bamboo fanboy. They are the Apple of the printing world. But
Did you oh sorry.
well, no, what I was gonna say was, I mean, you could have it where like maybe the ticket turns into, not like you said, you want to have it still at a movie theater, and maybe Danny takes his son. He's like, hey, so this is a special ticket. Maybe his son is like not necessarily like a 12 or 13-year-old, but maybe he's like 16 or 17
Mhm.
age wise or something. Like, hey, I want to give this to you, but I have to give it to you in a movie theater because that's where I was given it. And they're going like to an old Cineplex. It could be even the same theater if it's still there in New York City.
Mhm.
You know, you could do something like that, and then maybe he told his kid the story, and the kid never believed him. He's like, "Hey, here's that ticket I told you about," and
I got it.
do launch it or like that somewhere.
I got the movie.
Okay,
I got it.
bring it.
I don't know if Jumanji did this because I didn't see Jumanji. I don't think this idea is completely new. I feel like I might have gotten it from somebody else, but I think it would apply here.
Okay,
The movie takes place with the real actor going with his kids to go watch the blank anniversary re-release in theaters of Last Action Hero. And is like, I also, check it out, I have the original ticket from when we filmed the movie.
the prop ticket.
The prop ticket. And something happens where it becomes magic.
There's so much. I mean, think about it. You put enough belief into something, if there's
go to
enough belief into something, it kind
Yep.
of infuses and generates its own power, its own magic.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to watch this re-release at this theater.
And he's with the actor.
Everybody's there. Everybody's there. It's a big deal. We're doing the 30th anniversary re-release of Last Action Hero. The ticket feeds off the energy.
1993. Okay, 1993.
Yep. And
so
they get sucked in.
2028 will be it's
35th?
35th anniversary. That could work,
And then they get sucked in. They get sucked into the original movie, and then the kids are doing the events. Their events are happening around the events of the original movie. So like they see their dad fall into the car on the highway. When the
Back to the Future,
when the ice cream truck blows up, they catch ice cream cones. Like you do cheesy stuff like that.
Charles Dance is still alive.
Same.
Okay, he was the one-eyed hitman.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
easy
do some stuff.
as cake.
doable.
It's easy as pie.
And then you get the series of films, Last Action Hero.
Dude, that will be such a good idea. Arnold.
Hollywood, you hear us right now. All that we ask is just a nice little little producer credit or little mention, and maybe a cameo in the film. Come on,
maybe a cameo. I would even take it if we just got invited to the red carpet.
Here, you, me, Anthony, and Sal, or so on, and we are the Ghostbusters in that world.
Yes. There's a scene where we show up to the theater and we're like, damn, wrong re-release, and have to turn around and go back. But we have our costumes on.
Hey, we were in the background in the LA police headquarters right there.
Yeah.
Robert Patrick coming through with and Sharon Stone.
Yep. And we're talking to
Danny DeVito's still alive. He can still voice the cat.
We're talking to this black cop in the police station. And he's like,
Carl Winslow.
And we walk in. He's like, nope, not again. Not again. And he gets on the phone and calls Harriet and bridges the gap of Family Matters and Die Hard and Ghostbusters all in one.
We busted it. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they're redoing everything. So, I mean, why not? I mean, look, they're doing what? They're doing another, what was that friggin' film? Minecraft. They're doing another one of those. I didn't watch the first one.
Crazy numbers.
Just not into Minecraft, but it's, you figured, hey, Jason Momoa and Jack Black. I'm like, oh, hey, they're entertaining, hey.
That was my official movie. Like the Super Mario Brothers movie was already kind of like hey dude, you may not know what you're talking about when it comes to movies, because like who would have guessed it would have done the numbers it did. But
Chris Pratt as Mario.
Yeah. And it freaking, I think that one hit $1 billion. But when they announced Minecraft,
Chris Pratt as Ultra Magnus and Transformers, I was totally against Transformers 1. I enjoyed it.
Great movie.
I ate crow.
But
and it was good.
JB was the one that told me. He texted me and was like, at my job, all of the youth are excited about Minecraft before the movie came out. And I was like, Minecraft's not even relevant anymore. Like, what are you talking about? And then sure enough, the movie comes out, gangbusters.
And the thing is, Jack Black has come a long way from doing like video game commercials as a kid.
Yeah.
He played a shaved head bully in Never Ending Story 2.
Oh, I was going to go with
Jonathan Brandis.
I was going with
how's that for Airborne?
Airborne is what I was going for. Yeah.
That's a great one. That's a great film. I would love to that's like one of those films like nobody's really heard of, like unless you're a fan back then. I mean, like that's right up there with Gleaming Cube.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Those movies were there. JB in the chat. There you go. Talking about it. Kids these days don't understand the power of the 90s movie on the youth, like Gleaming the Cube did for skateboarding, like Airborne did for inline skating, /
we had Tony Hawk in that film.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like one of the few times you see Tony Hawk on film. I mean,
Yeah.
he was the skateboarding coordinator for Back to the Future who taught Michael J. Fox's skateboard.
I didn't. I
Tony was
did not
back then.
remember that until you just
Yeah.
said that. Yeah.
But I mean, like, that was just it was such a great film.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. I will still watch that, and it had a great soundtrack for the time too.
It's just crazy too to think of like Christian Slater that young in a movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
but
remember Pump Up the Volume?
yeah, yeah.
I mean, he was like the man for a good while, and then eventually he did movies like Cuffs, which was kind of like
Don't bash Cuffs. You can't bash Cuffs.
I mean,
Don't do
come on,
that.
it was kind of like Beverly Hills Cop meets Ferris Bueller because he kept fourth
Yes.
wall breaking. You know,
Let's talk about the ultimate fourth wall break here, because we were talking. I mean, I like how these conversations are all like intertwined. We led off this conversation.
What's your ultimate fourth wall break?
We led off all of this talking with talking about Frighteners, right? I think Frighteners was the first movie we talked about on the stream. We eventually got to Back to the Future, right? Now we're talking about skateboard movies, fourth wall break movies, Last Action Hero. Freaking the movie with Michael J. Fox and James Wood, where he's the cop. That movie's freaking dope.
Him and James Woods. I'm
Oh
trying
my
to think
God.
of the movie right now. Because
Oh man. And the problem is that James Woods has gotten so crazy in the last couple of years. People don't talk about his movies anymore. But that movie is great. I know you're looking at The Hard Way. Yes, Seth, The Hard Way.
Hard Way, yes.
That's dope. That I used to love that movie when I was a kid.
Gets the bonus for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Delroy Lindo is in there. I mean, Michael J. Fox basically playing the character.
Playing himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, James Woods, I mean, he's great. One of my favorite movies with him in it, believe it or not, John Carpenter's Vampires.
Ooh, I gotta watch
I love
that.
James Woods in that one. But like,
It's been a long time since I saw that.
him and Michael J. Fox are hilarious in that. That was 1991.
Yeah. That is such a good movie.
I
Stephen
haven't watched
Lang's
that
in
in a
that movie.
while.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me see. Annabella Sciorri. She
Christina
was like
Ricci.
James Woods' love interest in there.
Mm-hmm.
Luis Guzman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's people sleep on him. He's a great character actor. LL was in there. I forgot. Damn.
Yeah. I gotta
LL
rewatch
was in
this.
there. Christina Ricci.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta rewatch this
So,
movie.
Yeah.
Most
It's
deaths in
great.
the movie.
Lewis Black is in there as a banker.
That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I need to rewatch this movie.
Conrad
It's
Roberts.
so good.
Yeah. It's
So good. Oh, The Specialist with Stallone. That was also a good one. I remember
I'm trying to think of that one. Specialist.
he's an assassin in that one, and so
he
is
did a movie called Assassins with him and
Antonio
Antonio
Banderas. Specialist
Let me look that up.
Sharon Stone is specialist. Yeah, it's the one with Sharon Stone. Eric Roberts.
Yeah.
Man, Eric Roberts had a grip hold on the 90s, man.
I have his autograph.
Why do you have an Eric Roberts autograph? What book is that?
He was in Doctor Who, actually. He played the Master once in the ill-fated Doctor Who TV movie that was produced by Fox. Will Sasso has a small part in it in Coroner's Office, but he played a bad guy in it. And he was in Buffalo at a recent Comic-Con, and he didn't have a line. I walked up to him. He was very chill. He's a very chill, very cool guy, and he wrote to David, "You cool ass cat, respect." And then he did this big ass autograph in the book.
I would love an Eric Roberts autograph or picture.
I mean, he was very cool, and that's where I met Richard Chavez from Predator.
Mm.
And he met my wife because he was walking around the con. He checked out our booth for the Buffalo Ghostbusters. And he started talking to my wife, and she had no idea who he was or what he was a
Right.
part of.
Right.
And she's like, "Oh, that's really my husband's thing." I hear it in earshot and walk over, and I was like, "Oh, he was like, "Hey, why don't you come over and get an autograph?" So I came over, got an autograph with him. I mean, he's been so much stuff. I mean, stuff I grew up watching, like Airwolf, 18, like all the different 80s shows and movies. And it was cool to meet him. And then, like, he was like, "Well, hey, I got a picture with your wife. I don't have a picture with you." I'm like, "Okay, yeah." Shit. Yep. Pull out the phone, get a picture with him. And also he had his person take a picture. It was on the Instagram and everything. He was very cool. It's like sometimes you get people who will just like randomly show up. And
Mm-hmm.
if you just say, "Oh, hello," and you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
One of my teammates at Hamilton Comic Con saw Kim Coates walking by from
Oh,
Sons of Anarchy. He said,
yeah.
"Hey," he says, hey, Kim, hope you're having a great con." He was like, "Come on, we're gonna do a picture."
Yeah.
So him and my buddy got a picture in front of the. There was a replica, not full ecto one, but it was like I think it's like a 60 or 61 ecto
Mm-hmm.
that was there. And Ernie Hudson was there that weekend too. So, but Kim Coates was like, "Hey," he flags my buddy over. He said, "Hey, let's do a picture." So my buddy got a free picture with Kim Coates.
Yeah. Wow, that
You
dude's
know,
67. I didn't even realize that.
yeah. But imagine like he's known as being playing that asshole guy,
Mm-hmm.
just that douche.
Yeah.
But he's so good at doing it though. You
Yeah.
know,
I was watching a clip with him talking about Sons of Anarchy, and he was saying how him and
which
only
I've
one
never
other.
seen actually.
Oh yeah, you
Never
should
watched
watch
an
that.
episode.
You got to watch that.
My cousin, she swears up and down. Well, I think it's more of a Charlie Hunman thing, but
We were talking about that in the group chat because I shared the video where he was talking about how him and only one other guy knew how to ride motorcycles before they got on the show. Everybody else lied, saying they did to get on the show, and then they got on the show and they all were
sure.
like falling all over the place and stuff. But the story I was gonna say, like similar to what you were saying, I used to work for Peloton, and I was at a store,
Okay.
and it was Rhode Island Comic Con weekend. I didn't go that year, but Rhode Island from where I was probably like a 45-minute drive, not even. And I'm standing at the front of the store waiting for people to come in. Friggin' disheveled Michael Rourke walks by, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I do this, and he turns around, comes in the store, and my regional manager was sitting there at the front. She looks at him. She's just like the fuck, like who's this guy? And I'm like, "Hey, welcome in." Like I'm pretending like I don't fully know who he is. And he was saying how much he liked having the bike, and his daughter had the bike, and it's cool and all that stuff. I was like, yeah, good to see you, blah, blah. And I was like, did you have fun at Rhode Island Comic Con? And he was like, yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. And I was like, I could tell. I was like, looking at him, the dude was hungover as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, he's known for just being a total. And
he just has a good time.
You mentioned Rhode Island Comic Con. I said shits and giggles. Let me just pop it up here.
Oh, there's a lot of people going.
They have. This is so weird. Tim Matheson, Gina Davis, and Chevy Chase are doing a Fletch reunion.
Yeah. Rhode Island gets a lot of people.
Oh, Jesus. They got Vincent D'Onofrio, Deborah Ann Worrell, Charlie Cox, Wilson Bethel, and Joe Barenthal. Like, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Rhode Island Comic Con is a very slept on convention because they get a lot of heavy hitters that go to that one. Oh. Actually,
they got Grandma's Boy reunion going.
I would love to go to that. He just released a video for the first time in a long time, Sleeping Collectibles. We met at Rhode Island Comic Con.
26-minute banger.
Yeah.
The other day. Just him doing some hunts. I mean, he's looking good. He's looking like fitter than I've ever seen him.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's doing what he needs to do. He seems to be doing much better.
But he went to go see Vincent D'Onofrio. Like that was one of the reasons why he wanted to go. And he said Vincent D'Onofrio was just like not in it. Like it was not in it. But
I remember. I know that story because I remember he had got that autograph because he had the Kingpin painting and everything.
Yep. But
Yeah, I remember that story.
he was coming off of filming a bunch of stuff, so I think it was one of those
Yeah.
scenarios where he was just like,
It's kind of like
kinda
he's
shot.
burnt out the schedule. Just
yeah.
But I mean, like,
Trying to pull up the
it's a thing.
vendor.
Sometimes there's
Oh, here we go.
sometimes there's those those interactions that aren't that great. Like I've had some not so great ones where like like you just kind of feel bad for them. Like the principal from Back to the Future.
Right.
He's just so up in the age, and when
Yeah.
you hate when their handlers kind of like telling them what word to write next on each thing
Mhm.
because they're not 100% with it. It kind of makes you feel bad. That's why I was kind of like unsure. Did I really want to do the photo op for Michael J. Fox and Chris Lloyd? I would have been kicking myself if I didn't.
Exactly.
I would have loved to at least, been able to say hello to them
Yeah.
briefly. I didn't get that. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah.
I still cherish the picture because now, hey, I got to meet. I was there with Doc and Marty. I was in my full, had the flux pack and everything on. So that's a great memory.
Mhm.
Christy Swanson, so amazing in person. I don't agree with her political views, but she was so awesome in person. Like I do the selfie with her at her booth,
Mhm.
and like she puts up. She's got like this fan. So because I paid for an autograph, did the selfie combo, like 75, I think it was $70 for both. So it
Mhm.
was kind of good deal. She has this fan, so like when you're doing the autographing, if you want to do a selfie, she puts the autograph off to the side. She sets up a fan to dry the ink on the marker.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, that's cool for a celebrity to think of that. But she had a handler. The handler wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah.
But that was a great interaction. Richard Chavez, I mean, hell, I got a free autograph and a selfie with him. I was
Mhm.
like, okay, cool. I was almost gonna say, hey, can you talk Bill Duke into that would have been the one.
That was going to be the thing I talked about. I keep so actually, I saw Bill Duke at Fan Expo. No, at TerraCon up here in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And after the convention, I told you guys I would tell you the Bill Duke story, and I kept forgetting to say it. And in our conversation just now about 80s and all that, I was like, oh, I got to tell you guys the Bill Duke story. You mentioned Bill Duke. So I'm like, all right, I got to get the story out.
Here it is. Now or another.
Here it is. Yeah. So I asked him, first of all, dude was super nice. I was very nervous because I don't, as you know, because you also go to meet celebrities, you don't know like how cool you could be with them or not. Some of them, they don't want to talk to you. Some of them do want to talk to you. Some of them are just like, hey, come over. Like, let's shoot the shit. So I didn't know where Bill Duke fell on that spectrum. But he was very quiet, very like kind of reserved. So I was just like kind of keeping my distance. And the dude, the handler was like, you can go talk to Bill. And I was like, really? And I looked at Bill and he's just like, so like, all right, yeah, cool. Yeah, so I told him like, dude, like you're, the classic, you're an icon. Like,
yes,
it was great to see somebody who looked like me on screen and, freaking Action Jackson's like my shit, like all that stuff. And he's like, he just starts talking. Like he just starts talking. And I was like, can I just ask you a question? He's like, yeah. And I was like, was filming Predator really that miserable of an experience? And he was like, yes. He was like, it was horrible. And then proceeded to just, in the best way, verbal diarrhea his Predator experience. I didn't ask for it. I didn't record it. I was so grateful he gave it to me. First of all, I was like, can I just ask this other question real quick? I was like, is it true or not true that Jean-Claude Van Damme got fired from the set? And he said, yes. And he was like, I'm gonna tell you a story. And I was like, do it. And he tells me how Jean-Claude Van Damme, as we all know, he was the original Predator. In the opening sequences that have the Predator featured in the trees, that's Jean-Claude Van Damme. He said that Jean-Claude Van Damme got fired from Predator because he kept passing out in the suit. It was so hot there that he kept passing out of dehydration, even though he kept trying to hydrate. And eventually the director got to a point where he was like, you're costing me money. if you pass out one more time, you're fired. And sure enough, Jean-Claude, who was scared to pass out, eventually passed out again and got fired. And I was like, bro, I thought this whole time he probably got fired because he was being like a douche. Because I hear the stories of like Jean-Claude Van Damme on Expendables still trying to do like hardcore partying. You can decipher with that for what it is, and being late to set and all that stuff. He was like, no, he was like Jean-Claude Van Damme was so nice, so humble. It was not his fault that he was passing out. He was like, we were literally eating food with flies on it because there's so many bugs in that forest. And we were like, can we please get it without all this extra protein? We just don't sandwich. So Jean-Claude did not get fired from Predator for being a dick, being drunk, or any of those things. Literally kept passing out because it was hot as balls. Bill Duke confirmed it was hot as balls while filming the movie.
And I think that was pretty much before Jean-Claude became a total douche. So
it was before Jean-Claude was Jean-Claude. So then I was like, all right, I have one more Predator question, because he was just telling me about how they were hardcore about working out, and like Arnold woke them all up at like 3 a.m. every day to do a workout and all that stuff. And I told him how Carl Weathers has a story about how like he was afraid to even eat on set because everybody was so jacked. He didn't ever want to be not the most jacked one or the worst looking one. And he was like, yeah, that's true. Like that it's all true. And I was like, other question. And he kept taking my questions. I was like, was Carl Weathers really the real deal? Cause like I have only the most fond memories of Carl Weathers movie wise. He was like, dude, Carl Weathers was the best. Like Carl Weathers, awesome, super nice guy. Like who you perceive him to be is who he was. I was like, great. I was like, all right, one more question. I was like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, is he a dick? And he goes, no. He was like, Arnold was the best one on the set. Arnold was the one that actually was taking care of all the main cast, where it was like, if I have this, they also get this. Like, because I'm the star, it doesn't mean that they get treated any less.
And I mean, you figured, what was that? 86? The Predator was 87 that came out. So they were filming it during 86. I mean, he was still rising.
Yeah.
Because Terminator was 84.
Mm-hmm.
I think Commando was out between the two of those films, if I remember correctly.
I feel
so he was still rising. Like he wasn't like.
I feel like he won Olympia the year before that as well, because one of the things they said was he was too jacked for going into Predator, I believe. Let's see, Arnold's Olympia wins. So he won 70, 75, retiring 75, came back in 80. What was the movie he was too jacked? There was a movie that he was like, they said he was too big. No, it wasn't even that. It was one of the ones in like the 80s. And they were like, you need to lose weight to do this film. I thought it was Predator, but I could be wrong. But no, he said Arnold was like the best. He was like, Arnold was just like, again, everybody's the same. Don't treat everybody different. But he was like on it. He was like, you guys are not eating this. You're eating that. We're working out every day. But the question I did want to ask was like, huh?
I was just looking at movies he did in the 80s, Red Heat, Raw Deal.
Mm-hmm.
He did a couple of Conan movies. I don't think he was too jacked for those. I mean, he only wore a loincloth.
So let me see. All right, so
Running Man, maybe?
No, it wasn't that one.
Yeah, like he had Predator in 87, Running Man was in 87. I mean, the man was making movies.
One day I'll interview him and we'll find out.
Schwarzenegger?
JB says it was Running Man. Predator weeding out the week. Yeah, you're probably right. It was that.
Because he had tears in his suit. I think that probably was they probably just made you think it was like a part of there you go. Mr. Resilient right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was probably Running Man.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's just a crazy concept to think that somebody was like, hey, Arnold, can you not be as muscular for this movie? But it's an action movie.
He was running around in like spandex in
Yeah.
that, the contestant suit. So I could see that easily being the one that maybe he was a little too jacked for.
Yeah.
Like imagine how many suits they had to make for him, because he was probably just like, he turns a certain way and
Oh, there you go. Kindergarten Cop. He needs to lose weight for that.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. So yeah, Terminator was 84, Commando's 85, Predator and Running Man are 87. Twins was 88. I thought Twins was in the 90s.
So he made it right after it then.
That's crazy. Conan was before Conan was before Terminator. I did not know that. I thought Conan was after Terminator.
Which one, Destroyer or the Barbarian?
Barbarian.
Okay.
Oh, Geek Strong said he was joking. You can't mess around with us like that. We're having serious conversations here. We're talking about a man's muscles here. You can't be joking about that.
But that's Bill Duke. I mean, I would love to meet him. I should have found the time to do it. I just didn't get to around it. But that's
What a time.
Last Action Hero, of course. I mean, and also he's open to being comedic.
Yeah.
Did you see the series Fubar?
Saw a couple episodes. I enjoyed it. I don't know why I didn't
enjoyed both seasons.
Mm-hmm.
They did 2 seasons on there. And they were both enjoyable.
Yeah.
I mean, he can be funny. I mean, Kindergarten Cop. In fact, his co-star from that movie, she just turned 90. The one who played the principal.
That's crazy.
And she was born in 1939. I think it was. No, that'll be off. I'm trying to think, because I just saw some posts on it, but like, I mean, that's like one of the most quotable movies of his too.
She turned 80.
Not a bad tumor.
Put the cookie down now.
Get down.
Linda Hunt.
Yeah, Linda Hunt. She was born in what was it? 30. She's 80 years old, so she was
45.
45. Okay, yeah. There you go.
You know, this will be a hot take, and then we'll wrap the episode. Kindergarten Cop 2 with Dolph Lundgren.
I did not see that.
Not a bad movie.
Really? Okay. So
not a bad movie.
Like, how far after was that made?
2000s.
2000s? Okay.
I think that was like a straight to Netflix movie. And I randomly put it on. I was like, whatever. And
I didn't even know of that.
Nobody does. It's another one of those like people don't talk about it type of things.
So was it just like a setup of like another cop going undercover?
Uh-huh.
Or
yeah, not related to the first one at all.
Okay.
It was before they decided to just reboot stuff, they were like, we'll just do a sequel that's not related. That's when that came out. But
12 rounds.
It is hilarious. It is hilarious. And there's my favorite joke, spoiler alert for Kindergarten Cop 2, is the kids are taking a nap and he's in a prep school. He's like, not a prep school, but he's like in a private school.
Like a boarding school or something?
Like, but no, not a boarding school. Like one like that rich kids go to. Like it's like a snobby community. And there's all these rules and stuff. So all the kids sit down for a nap or lay down for a nap. And he's like, finally I can like chill and eat my sandwich. He opens his lunchbox, takes out a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And one of the kids wakes up and like walks over to like, because he has to use the bathroom. And he's like, Mr. Whatever, like, what are you eating? And he's like, good old PB&J. And the kid goes, peanut butter? And then all the kids like wake up. They're like, peanut butter? And he's like, what? Yeah, it's just peanut butter and jelly. And they're like, nuts! And all the kids are like, nuts! And then they all start screaming and the principal runs in. And they're like, all the kids are going crazy. And she's like, what's going on? And he's like, I don't know. I told him I was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And she's like, you're eating a peanut butter and jelly. You can't eat nuts. And just like freaks out. And I was like,
I mean,
accurate.
An allergy issue?
I was like, accurate. Because so many kids nowadays, you can't do that. Because so many kids have peanut allergies out of nowhere. That's my conspiracy theory. But like they have peanut allergies out of nowhere. You're not allowed to like eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
hilarious. They put that in this movie. It was great. It's a good movie.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
tonight I think I will be
Henry
doing,
wrote, no lie, my daughter's school band. Can't do PB&J.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Considering like schools like I went to, that was like that's what you had almost every
All the
time you
time.
went on like a field trip. It was PB&J.
Yeah.
It was PB&J. High school. If you got in what we called ICE, which was like day detention, you know, it was ILC.
Prelude to
Intensive
the
Learning Center.
prelude
ICE.
prelude to the prelude to the current ICE. That the prequel movie to current ICE was ICE in Buffalo, New York, with detention.
I mean, if you got in enough trouble, they would put you in this like day detention instead of like suspending you, sending you your ass
Yeah.
home. They would have like an all day where like you're just in this cubicle, right? And
Literally
you're just
ICE
supposed to,
detention.
like do like schoolwork, but we were all just like we all had our earphones through
Yeah.
our sleeves, and we were like listening to music while we're supposed to be like reading books and stuff.
So
And
we could say publicly, Dave's Dimension has been in ICE detention.
yes, I obtained ICE. But Dean Cain was not there. Sorry.
Dean King. Oh, too bad.
Too soon? Too soon?
He wouldn't be there anyway. He only made it like 3 days and he got injured and got kicked out of
No,
ICE.
But see that was training camp in the summertime, so he wouldn't have been there.
God, that would have been
Out on
such a.
ice.
That needs to be a movie. Somebody, Dean Cain needs work. Can somebody please hire Dean
Please don't.
Cain to do a Dean Cain ICE movie where he does get injured and gets kicked out?
No,
of ICE
no, don't even give him the work. Just cast someone else.
as Dean
Did
Cain
you remember how high the dean was? Dean Cain.
in the movie How High?
The dean was called. His name was Dean Cain.
Oh,
He
that's
wasn't actually
hilarious.
Dean Cain, but
Right.
you know. I mean that's just. But that was the thing. Like they gave us this ice cold
It
peanut
was
butter
Dean
and jelly
Cain.
sandwiches. They gave us these ice cold peanut butter jelly sandwiches for lunch, actually, for the ice story I was talking about. But I'm like, that's just the thing, you know. It was like PB&J is a constant.
That was always the
me-
backup for us.
Yeah,
If you didn't
I
want
mean-
what they were mainly serving, they had PB&J stacked up. That was your only other option.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Man. What a fun episode. I'm glad you jumped on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Had to. I mean, like, you know, had to make sure you weren't going to crash out.
You could have had a
I
big
mean,
crash out.
I saw that video, and I'm like, when you were talking about the figures, your Daily Planet issue this morning, and I'm like, there's nothing worse than like if you're a collector and you get something, you're like, I spent this much on this. It's like I'm very picky about things. Like Dre had sent me some links for some because he knows I'm a Spider-Man fan. Then there's some new retro figures coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, this one, you know, he was telling me like the one design of this one character looks really cool. I'm like, yeah, it looks cool, but I don't know anything about the character,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not really invested in it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's just like these weird, like there's a Nightcrawler type Spider-Man character.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it looks cool. I pre-ordered it on Amazon. You know, there's a couple of them that I went and pre-ordered, but when it comes down to it, most of them are just kind of they're repaints. You know, and it's just like you kind of selective. It's like when I hop off, I'm actually going on Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, and my buddies are gonna be like, "So, how do you like the Egon figure?" And I'm like, "I haven't opened it yet. I've just been doing other things, you know."
Yeah.
So
It was one of those when you guys watch that unboxing video, it's one of those scenarios where it's not even like it's like a shitty action figure. It just
it's bland.
it's just
There's
bland.
like no flavor. There's
None.
no flavor to it.
None.
And that and see that's the thing. It's like like if you go out to dinner somewhere, you know, you pick a certain spot because you like certain dishes, but then when you go there, it's like there's no flavor.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did they change the recipe? What's going on with this?
Yeah.
It's like you get psyched to see a movie, you go to the theater, and it's just like, wait, I just spent all this money for this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you get that in action figures and a lot of other. I mean, just about in anything and everything.
Yeah.
To borrow a story from Henry, sometimes you get someone who spends about $9,000 on a Power Ranger suit, gives it to the actor, and they can't even get your name right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a thing. I mean, you get letdowns in just about everything.
Did you see this?
The super chat.
Yep. Shout out to Henry for the super chat, of course. Thank you so much.
Oh.
My daughter. Oh, here you go. My daughter, the 5-year-old, her first Ghostbuster movie was Frozen Empire. She's obsessed. Watches it almost daily. When should I introduce her to the OGs?
I mean,
by the way, this is for everybody who like myself who bashes the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. This is what's going to happen. Eventually, the current kids will grow up, create YouTube channels, and the sequel trilogy will be their original trilogy. The sequel trilogy will be their jam. Just like how
it will.
People like Star Wars Theory, who grew up on the prequels, he loves them. He sees no issue with the prequels because that was his Star Wars.
We don't talk about Crybaby Theory with this whole. I'm just over that kid. I mean, as far as like the original movies, I think I always tell people Afterlife is a great starting point because you're with the kids. It's almost Stranger Things. Like you're kind of going on a journey with the kids, right?
Right.
And then Frozen Empire, you see the kids in action. And I get that a lot of people have their their opinions. I'm not just talking about you, Archer, but like to me, Frozen Empire, it does feel like an extended version of a real Ghostbusters cartoon. As far as the original movie, because there's some content in the first movie that's not the greatest. There's some language in there, so depending on the age of Henry's daughter, I might hold off a couple years on that. I think Ghostbusters 2 is a little bit more fun, but I get that you can't just throw someone into the sequel. I think Ghostbusters 2 is more family friendly than, let's say, Part 1.
Oh, of course.
Whether it's the hovering ghost that gets freaky with Dan Aykroyd, or you got there's some scenes that some of the language is not necessarily meant for the younger audience. So I mean, something like that, maybe wait a few years, or even pull out the old cartoons, the old real Ghostbusters cartoons, to see, pick a few episodes to see if maybe she's into it, then let her watch some of that. I think that's probably more of a, depending on the age of the child, that's probably some of the better ways to approach it. Yeah. Although Netflix is supposed to be making a Ghostbusters cartoon, we still don't know how far out that's going to be. I mean, they're supposed to be making it, but there's still no time frame. It could be, could be 2026, could be 2027. It's kind of like Legend of the White Dragon. You don't know when or if it's coming out.
It's not coming out.
So,
I don't know if Tony's still there. Tony was jumping in backstage. I'm not sure if he thought I was not accepting him. But Tony, if you're there, try one more time before we wrap the episode.
Tony, Anthony, which you got a few Tonys here.
I do have a bunch of Tonys. Yeah, the Tony, the Tony.
Anthony?
No, not the Anthony, the Tony.
Okay, the Tony. Yeah.
Which is funny because I ran into Anthony's coworkers and they all call him Tony, which I was like, that's crazy to me because he's not Tony, he's Anthony. But Tony, if you're still there, click the link again. Try one more time. So, what I didn't notice while you were explaining it, because I was on your team with a lot of that. He said that his daughter was afraid of Afterlife.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, as I've been rewatching the cartoon has some pretty scary episodes.
Oh, yes.
So
there's a lot.
I don't know if the cartoon is the option. I feel like for him, I feel like leaving Frozen Empire as the only one might be, Because if Afterlife scared her, Afterlife I thought was pretty chill.
Well,
So like,
I can imagine a few scenes, like especially like the scene when you see, you know, Gozer's skeletal
right,
frame start to form, or when she rips Shandor in half.
right,
You know, for some of that stuff can be a bit scary, or when you see all the ghost type energy kind of like trying to escape out of that mine shaft. You
yeah.
know, when the kids are just hanging around. I mean, there is some scariness to it, or right in the beginning when like the terror dogs, the demon dogs are
He
going
just said that.
after Egon. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, some of that stuff is scary. You know, you could have an amazing amount of mini puffs around, but
yep.
that's still not gonna offset things. So
I mean, I guess part two, really Vigo's the only
yeah,
issue.
because
Um,
Vigo, I mean, for the most part, he's just a voice from a painting.
right.
The Scaleri brothers may or may not be scary.
Well,
But I mean, for
I
the
was thinking the museum curator when he's like,
oh Janos,
yeah, I was thinking that might
Janos
scare her.
Poha. No, he's just a creepy guy. That's all.
I feel like you should go for. All right, so yeah, you got to go backwards. So you did Frozen Empire. She did Afterlife. Do
Ghostbusters
84.
2.
Sorry, Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
Hell, maybe even do the girl one. Do Answer the Call. There's not
2016 answer the call.
there's not too many scary things there.
I mean,
Actually,
some of the CGI ghosts, they might look a little creepy. They might be a little haunting for a child, depending on it. So
well, we're gonna get we actually have a first timer joining the stream,
yeah,
and he's gonna talk us through this.
long time listener, first time caller.
I can't believe this is the first time. I think this is the first time. I could be wrong, but of course, let me know. The one, the only, Henry Resilient.
Yo.
Oh, there you go.
Let's go.
Hashtag resilient army.
Sorry. Yeah. So, long time listener, first time caller, really big fan.
It's weird because I've been on your stream a bunch, so I'm like, no, he's been on this stream before. But then I was like, wait, I don't think you've been on this stream. And sorry, my internet's crappy.
It's okay. Sorry, man. I just came to one. Yeah. So me and my daughter, we watched Frozen Empire.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, she's like, she want to watch adult movies, and I'm like, okay, well, let me put on something that's what I consider tame for a 5-year-old.
Right.
So we put that on. She falls in love with it. Then we go. I'm like, oh well, if you like this, let's go to Afterlife or whatever, and see kind of where like the new characters started. And then she's like, oh, it's too scary, Daddy. We finished it, but definitely she was scared of it.
Did she like it though?
She enjoyed it, but if she has to choose between Frozen Empire and Afterlife, she's choosing Frozen Empire. In fact, she's watched Frozen Empire so much she's memorized the script.
Interesting.
I swear to God.
Casting call for the next movie.
Well, this is my cousin. My cousin gave me the same speech about his daughter, who I guess also is my cousin technically. When it comes to the sequel trilogy, like I remember back in like 2018 or so, going over to the house, and she had Rey stuff all over the place, and I was like, "The fuck?" I was like, "I thought everybody hated these movies." He's like, "Dude, she loves Rey. Rey is her favorite Star Wars character."
That's what I think you hit the nail on the head when you said the younger generation are going to gravitate to the stuff that maybe we are not like the biggest fan of, because she's all about Phoebe. She's all about Ghostbusters. She's like, she's all in. So if they were to come out with like a Ghostbusters 3, I know she'd be like, Daddy, we gotta go see it. We gotta go support Phoebe.
Right.
So, and she, what was the Iceman's name? Baraka or something.
Goraka.
Whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Goraka. She's like, oh, there go Goraka, blah, blah, blah. She is like, we're in the car. She like, I want to watch Ghostbusters. Can you put it on?
Wait, so she didn't find Goraka too scary?
No, which is like very odd. It was the dogs in the Afterlife.
So only the dogs, not
only the dogs.
not Gozer. The girl.
We only watched it once, in all honesty.
Yeah.
We watched it once.
I feel like he could get away with the first one. I mean, the dog is going to be an issue, but
you don't get
there's
the
the
dogs
ghost,
till towards the end. So I mean,
but there's the ghost
it's just
sex scene. But I feel like every kid who grew up on Ghostbusters didn't know what was happening in that scene.
Yeah. So
You might
I
be
mean,
good.
I wanna introduce her to the OGs, but I think the one with the fucking painting, which is number 2,
Yeah.
might be too much for her because
Okay.
that shit's still creepy
So
to this day.
I think 2016, the censored, the theatrical version, not the unrated, is going to be my guess.
What? With the one with the
girls.
Vigo,
No, the girls one.
Oh my God. I forgot all about that one.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's going to be the one because the unrated or whatever version, that one elaborates more on some scenes that maybe she might find scary. I don't. There's no dogs or anything in it, but I feel like the theatrical release might be tame enough that she doesn't find issue with that.
A lot of
All
the
right, hold
ghosts
on
are kind
for
of like
1 second. I gotta take some cookies out. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're good. I love that. It's like total dad life right there.
He's making you cookies.
Give us some milk and cookies. God, what is that from? Give me some milk and cookies.
Yeah, no. You guys want to buy some cookies? Cookie Romano.
Yeah.
All
But I think 2016, especially because
are they
all
peanut butter cookies.
They're chocolate chip for my daughter's lunch. But that peanut butter allergy thing is real. Like when she went to preschool, there was like no peanut butter products. Everyone had to. Did we have to sign off on a thing that said we wouldn't bring them? It was like a big ordeal.
Yep.
And I was just like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from.
I didn't know it was a thing until I had a coworker who, at the time, I think he was like 19. He wasn't fresh out of high school, but like close enough. And he mentioned having a peanut butter allergy, and I was like, "No, you don't." And he's like, "Yeah, I do." And I was like, "How?" Especially because he was also Spanish, and I was like, growing up in a Spanish household, like they don't believe you that you have anything. They're just like, "Oh, you have what allergy? I don't care. Here, this is what you're eating tonight." So him saying he had it, I was like, "That's false." But then,
how severe is it though? You know, like my grandma has a peanut butter allergy, but she'll eat peanut butter and take like a Benadryl and she'll be all right.
Right.
Because she like Reese cups and other peanut butter products.
Right.
She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna get a little bit of hives. I'm gonna take some Benadryl and then it'll be okay."
Yeah, it's worth it. But it's one of those where I was like, "Hey, Mrs. Dungeon," it's one of those where I was like,
"Hold up, 1 second, I'll be right back."
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's one of those where I was just like, I think you just made that up. And then another coworker was like, "No, it's a real thing. Like my kid's school also has a rule about this thing." And then when I saw it in the movie, I was like, "Oh shit, this is real life stuff."
You had to be like one of 10 people who saw that Kindergarten Cop 2, dog. I was like,
"Oh
what?
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren didn't even see it. He was in it."
Oh man! So, are you all ready for Halloween? What are you gonna be for Halloween?
No, I'm gonna Ghostbuster it up. Yeah, like I just was too lazy to do anything else. I was gonna actually order a priest costume, so I was looking at priest costumes and then decided I was gonna just order an actual priest like clothing because that was gonna be cheaper than buying a costume. And then I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just wait until post Halloween when things are on sale." And then I will be, yeah.
Oh yeah, everything's gonna be 50 to 75% off. On whatever didn't sell. Halloween City, hit it up.
By the way, Dave, very romantic. You and the wife doing a good night kiss there. Your camera followed you through the whole thing.
I hate this damn camera.
It was great.
See, Henry doesn't know I get the little zoom. If I just hold my finger up, it does that.
But no, it literally like you stood up to go to
it tracked you,
and it followed you. It went with you. Yeah.
What kind of camera is that?
It's an Obspot tiny Obspot Tiny T light. It's like $140 camera or something like that. Does the zoom and everything. It's nice.
I mean,
it's on Amazon.
That shit's effective. Efficient. Yeah. It knows where you are.
I see. I'm looking at these op spot cameras. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But Henry,
Yeah,
what
I mean-
what are you guys doing for Halloween?
So she got trick or treat. She get to wear her costume to school tomorrow.
Is she doing Ghostbusters?
No, she's dressed up as Rumi from K-pop, and I'm Jinnu from. I'm one of the demons.
I don't know
I
what
don't
any
know
of
if
that
y'all-
means.
Wait, you haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters?
K-pop
'Cause-
Demon Hunters.
Because I don't
On
have
Netflix, come
a.
on.
Wait, Dave, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I know of it.
I mean, I
It's
know
all
of it
over
as
the-
well. I just don't.
It's. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's really good, even though it's kind of like.
That's what
for
I'm hearing.
kids.
I'm hearing that
Everyone
from
says
from
really-
parents.
It is great. I'm not even gonna lie. It's great.
It
So
just
she's
blows
Rumi.
my mind that anime / K-pop is cool now. That blows my mind.
I wouldn't say it's cool now. I would say this is a cool movie
Mm.
that uses elements of 100% K-pop in there. And I would say inspired by anime. I don't know. I wouldn't say because it's like 3D,
Mm.
but it's really good. It's really good. Look, just you got Netflix. It's been like the #1 movie for like I don't know, 20 weeks.
It's your homework. It's your homework, Archer.
But
Come
there's that K-pop band also, right? Like the 5 dudes that
Yeah, the Sasha Boys
yeah, there's like
that
that
they kind of
one.
like mimic. It's yes, yes, yes.
Like my cousin, same cousin actually, with the daughter loves Ray. Now she's in high school, which is crazy. But they got her tickets to go see some K-pop band in Queens, and it was like a sold out show, and I was just like that's crazy to me. Like all these kids in high school now are like all about K-pop, maybe J-pop. I don't know if they've discovered that Japanese people also make pop music, but they're watching anime. And I'm just like, this is like Naruto still being relevant, One Piece still being relevant to me is just crazy to me.
Oh, One Piece is taking over, man. Netflix is with the live action.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I heard it was
It's-
good.
I haven't watched it. I'm not an anime guy, but I know of it.
Yeah.
I know about it. But trust me, you will not be disappointed. You might as well watch it, get in on the lore because they're gonna make another one.
So is there only one
And-
movie?
Yeah,
So far.
complete original IP.
Oh, it was not a
Which-
TV show first.
Was not a TV show.
Oh.
So you gotta love it that someone created something completely new,
Original.
not a remake, and it's wildly successful. They're actually releasing it in theaters tomorrow again for like the second time,
Jeez.
and it's so good. It was just on Netflix first. They released it in theaters after it being on Netflix. It still did good. It went away, and it was like, oh, for one day only, we're gonna put it in theaters for Halloween.
Wow.
And I imagine it's going to be dumb successful.
I mean, it's everywhere. It's in Fortnite. It's all over the damn place.
Well, before that, you had the Demon Hunter movie doing crazy numbers as well. So that's where I'm like, all right, like Asia's taking over.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Demon Hunter fan, but I just don't watch anime. I just watch it because my daughter watch it. In all honesty,
So were you not a Dragon Ball Z kid? Really?
X-Men guy all the way through and through. Amazing Spider-Man through and through. Static
Wait.
Shock.
Wait. So Amazing Spider-Man's your Spider-Man.
Oh hell yeah, dog! That's that animated joint is goated.
Static Shock is your guy.
Is my guy first black superhero for sure.
So you're not 40 yet to put you on blast.
I'm 39.
Okay, you're close. You're too
39.
close. But no. You're
He's
too
on the
close. You're
But here's
too
the
close
thing,
for
right?
Amazing Spider-Man to be your Spider-Man.
Oh no, that is. Oh man, Peter Parker. Oh god, dog, that takes me back.
Over Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
Whoa.
He's talking about the
I'm
cartoon.
talking about
Archer,
I'm talking about the
90s
cartoon.
Spider-Man cartoon. That's what he's talking about, Archer.
That
I
one
know
that
what he
came
was
on with
talking about.
X-Men.
You're talking about the CGI one?
Tobey Maguire is my Spider-Man dog.
Okay.
No. The 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
The cartoon.
That was
You
called
remember?
that was called Amazing Spider-Man? I just call it
think so,
Spider-Man the
right?
animated series.
Let me see.
Because there was the
Spider-Man.
MTV
No.
Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah, we're don't think he's talking about the Neil Patrick Harris one. No.
He's not talking about that. He's
No, I'm
talking,
talking about the Spider-Man that came out in '94. It was
okay,
Spider-Man
okay,
the animated
okay.
series.
That was
Okay,
it,
there you go.
Yeah.
All right,
I knew
that's
what he
my
was talking about.
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Toby live action. Look, live action.
The math
is
wasn't
gonna be Tobey
mathing.
Maguire.
The math wasn't mathing that Andrew Garfield was your Spider-Man, but also Static Shock was your guy. I was like, there's two generations. There's two generations in there.
Yo, they need to make a Static Shock movie. I don't know why they're
1000%.
dragging their feet on that.
Well,
1000%.
I mean, he's talked about it. What's his name? Gunn. He's talked that he wants to work Static Shock into the current DC cinematic universe. So, I'm down for that because I loved the cartoon back then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
see, here's
crossed
the
over
thing,
with
though, right?
everything.
I want Static Shock standalone. I don't want Static Shock team up.
Yeah.
That's the
But-
thing. I don't want another Superman movie.
But you might need unfortunately, because of America being America, and it wouldn't fly in Asia either way, you might need it to be a Miles Morales situation where it's tied to something else to get people to get the casual kid into it. Because don't get me wrong, I think Static Shock stands on his own 1000%. It was trippy to me at Fan Expo Boston that the Static Shock creator was there. I still don't remember his name, and it pisses me off that I don't remember his name. But like, there was a kid there dressed up as Static Shock getting an autograph and picture from him, and I was just like, but Static Shock came back.
Dwayne McDuffie or Dennis Cowan?
I think Dennis. Here, let me Static Shock creator.
I think they relaunched the cartoon or the comic book recently. So I mean, yeah,
I think it was
I get
Dwayne.
where Archer's trying to come from. Is like, how do you get the casuals to go?
You got to do Miles Morales, but like, here's how you do it, right? You come out with your Miles Morales, and you have a cameo of Static Shock to garner interest, and then you give Static Shock his own. And then you have the Miles Morales cameo.
No. Sorry. When I said Miles Morales, I didn't mean that Static Shock is part of the Spider-Man universe. I meant that he is not alone in the movie from
kind of
popular
torch-bearing in a way.
Yeah. So like the first Spider-Verse movie still had a traditional Spider-Man in it, and it still had other spider people in it that people could like grasp to. Static Shock in a theatrical release, I think, would still need a Batman or Superman or somebody else needs to be there.
All right.
Just to be like, hey guys, I'm cool, he's cool. And then that will get the casual person to go see it. Because remember, without casuals, you're not getting success. Hardcore is going to go see it either way.
I'm
going to see
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Done right, I think you can do it without having, like, I get what Henry's saying. He doesn't want him to be part of an ensemble. He doesn't want him to be, part of the
Bingo.
team. And remember the original cartoon. The original cartoon launched him as, he was just this regular kid, Virgil, and then the bang happens and all the other bang babies, and he's the one standing out. You can do that. If it was done right, I'm 100% sure you can definitely launch it. And I think it would be better because Gunn's been known to kind of do standalone stuff at times. Just so happens that with Superman, he was trying to, I don't know, like maybe he was trying to build too much at once or trying to establish it because that's the first DC film since he took over, basically.
Maybe Robin.
Yeah,
if they
I would
ever
do
introduce one. Robin.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Batman.
It needs to be somebody. There needs to be somebody there that is
co-sign.
in that capacity. Because here's the thing, to Dave's point, Static came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, it got an almost cosign because it was on CW, like after you were getting Adventures of Superman. You're getting the Adventures of Batman and Robin.
Yeah, you had
and
a
then
parallel
Static
with Justice
Shock.
League. And after it did well, I think in the second season of it, you had characters like Green Lantern, John Stewart appearing in there. You had him kind of teaming up with Batman. So you started to get that after that initial season. But
this was the guy I was
for
talking
that
about.
first season, he was just by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Cowan.
Yeah. So that's where I'm like, all right, you need, that you got to have for the casual person to be like, oh, that person, I'm going to buy into it.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be but here's the thing too, to Dave's point, James Gunn is big enough that even a James Gunn co-sign of like, hey guys, this is the movie. This is the guy. It could push the lever. I think it could push the lever. But I mean
we'll see. We have to see what the script is hitting for.
Yeah.
What villain they choose.
Because Static Shock came back in Justice League Unlimited, and it was cool, but the show was dying at that point when he came back in the future. And then he came back in the Young Justice cartoon, but that show was also dying at that point. So Static Shock's kind of at like a low right now. You got to have something to boost him.
But I think now is a prime time for it too.
Yeah.
I mean, if
you go ahead.
I was gonna say if they really want to get wonky and go balls to the wall, they can introduce Joker in Static Shock. But then Joker's character would definitely
overshadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe someone like Hot Streak would probably be like a good villain.
Keep it kind of street level, have it, because I mean, like even with like some of the Spider-Man cartoons and movies, they kind of had him as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's street level. He didn't start taking on like Green Goblin right away. You got to kind of build up to that, and I think you can have Static taking on other Bang Babies. Have him kind of, he doesn't have to, hit the ground running. He's going to have to stumble, because I think that's why a lot of us love some of these characters, is because they're going to make mistakes. They're trying to figure out how to do everything, how to balance the life. I mean, I was a big fan of Batman Beyond. I still am. I mean, Static Shock was just fun.
Yeah, that was
fun. It was a fun show. And I loved, like, I mean, hell, you had people like, was it Tone Loc? Or not Tone Loc, Ice-T voicing was it
was it Tone Loc?
Yeah, no, it was Ice-T who voiced him. I mean, but you just had, I mean, it was an open world, and we didn't get any of the big supers, any of the big heroes or big villains until like the second or third season of it. So I mean, you can do it if it's done right. If it's done right, written smartly, it can happen. You probably have a lot going against it, but you line up the cards just right, I can see it happening.
I didn't catch this in the chat. I was kind of like catching up, and I apologize. That God Convoy is not a fan of Miles Morales. That I do not agree with that.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, so to give the quick history lesson with Miles Morales, right? At one point, Marvel was like, we have to start doing the mantle pass that Dre mentions at one point in the chat there. And the Miles Morales story was so good that the mantle pass kind of worked. And eventually people were like, oh, we need Peter Parker back. So Peter Parker comes back, but they're both running simultaneous to, each other. But Marvel, of course, is like, oh, well, if that worked here, we can keep doing it again. And that's where those didn't work, right? The mantle pass of Captain America, the mantle pass of Captain Marvel, all these other ones that passed. But I think what Miles Morales proved is that you can still get a cosign, but the person could be so individual that they don't need the other person after they get the cosign. Like Peter Parker can open the door, but Miles Morales can keep running with it. And you can have Miles Morales and have Peter Parker, and they don't need each other anymore. Like we're at that point where they don't. You can have a Miles Morales movie without Peter Parker, which we already kind of got.
Yeah, Spider-Man and Spider-Verse.
Exactly.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
So
I think
you know,
Static could stand alone, but he needs a cosign that the casuals are cool with to then be able to run with it. Because we all believe in Static Shock.
yeah, but it'd have to be like James Gunn, DCEU Batman.
Yeah.
And not like the what was the Robert Pattinson one? Whatever the new one is.
Yeah. The Batman.
The Batman. Oh, I love that universe way more than any other Batman universe ever created.
It's darker, it's grittier,
Yeah.
It's realistic.
it's messy.
You like it? You like it more than the animated series?
I mean, apples to oranges, all right? Apples
Fair.
to oranges. Animated versus live action.
Fair.
That'd be my cop out. I'll cop out right there.
No, but that's a fair
mean,
cop
Um,
out. Because whenever we talk about GOAT Batman movies, it's always debatable whether you count Mask of the Phantasm or not because it's animated. You know, so it's a tough one to
it's a little gray area right there.
yeah. But we have one more person. We just have one more person to join.
I'll drop down, man. I mean, I just came up to,
No, I mean you can stick
show.
around. You can stick around.
All right.
Because I'm going to end the stream pretty soon. It's almost 11 o'clock Eastern, which is crazy. But we have the one and only, finally, first time on the stream, we have Tony in the house. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Can you hear us?
I
Yo,
can.
why is my camera ass?
I thought it was my internet. It might even be my internet. I don't know.
Like,
But
let me
Tony,
turn on the lights or something. Like,
Tony's showing out. We got Slimer back there. We have a Proton back
Proton back?
there.
oh my god. Yeah.
Dude, how you
My
doing?
work area.
How are you? First time on, just like Henry. How are you doing? Welcome on.
I'm doing a lot better now. I was having some issues.
No worries, no worries. I'm glad you made it. So I got to ask you first before we go back to the Static Shock conversation. Where is that Slimer from?
That is a 3D print, actually. I got off Etsy
Wow.
a while ago.
Wow, that is nuts. And the Proton pack with the 84 pack. Is that a print?
No, that is actually the HasLab.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Heavily modified.
Heavily modified.
Nice. You got your suit back there. You got a gizmo on there. So safe to assume for Halloween, are we rocking Ghostbusters or are we doing something else?
Oh yeah, no, definitely Ghostbusters.
I love that. I love that. Now you're up in Canada, right?
Yes, Ontario. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you
Where-
part of a
where-
group up there?
I am part of a couple of groups actually. So I was a part of the Toronto Ghostbusters for a while, and then I branched off and started up with a bunch of friends, the North Ontario Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard
So-
of your franchise.
Yeah. So he's like tied in with the Gen X Wing guys over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get my quick question here before we wrap. How do HasLabs work for you guys in Canada? Like, can you back a HasLab like we do in the States, or is there like?
Oh yeah.
You do. Okay. And is
It's
there like a
obviously-
crazy price increase?
Not so much, truthfully. It roughly equals out the same price,
Mhm.
just obviously with a little bit more with the conversion.
Mm-hmm.
And then the shipping is still, obviously, with the subscription is free as well for us.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So it works out shipping-wise, fairly cheaper than normal.
So to Henry's question, right? I don't know if you were able to catch all of that, but
I got none of it.
don't worry. I'll give you the
Sorry.
I'll give you the cliff notes. So we were trying to help Henry out here because his daughter randomly watched Frozen Empire, loved it. He tried to show her Afterlife. The terror dogs were a lot for her to process. She got pretty
Aw.
scared watching the movie, and we
How
went
old?
into this whole rant about how the younger generation, they have their own jump off point. So like there are some people who like the prequels are their Star Wars versus the OT. So for his daughter, she's part of that generation now that the Frozen Empire, the Afterlife, even though she didn't like Afterlife, those are her things. But she doesn't like the super scary. So the question is, what is the next movie to show her that won't be too much for her? Dave and I kind of landed on 2016 as not being that scary.
2016 for sure. Was it just the dogs that she didn't like, or what? Like,
yeah, I think it was just the dogs.
Most? Just the dogs.
I think it was just the dogs. Yeah.
If you want to introduce her to the dogs a little bit easier, I'd say the 84 would be an easier way of introducing her to the dogs, just because they're not as detailed, if that makes sense.
Oh, animation wise,
they're a little bit more comedic. Like there's more
yeah
funny parts to them in that movie than anything else, I'd say. Just in the hallway scene and everything with them.
That's a valid point.
What
about, so we brought up Ghostbusters 2. God Convoy is also bringing up Ghostbusters 2. What do you think about
Ghostbusters 2? Is depends. I don't know her age. That's my problem.
She's 5.
5?
She's 5.
Okay.
She's 5.5. Sorry, guys. She's 5.5.
I'd honestly I'd start her off with the real Ghostbusters then. I'd go to real Ghostbusters.
But I think there's too many scary episodes of the cartoon. Like I was thinking about the Sandman cartoon or Boogeyman cartoon. You don't think those are too much?
I wouldn't start off with those episodes, but I definitely start out with the cartoon. Showing her like the more friendly episodes, and then slowly see how she judge off of how she was going with them, right? Mm-hmm. And then go into like they're not so dark, especially if you're there laughing with her. In my mind, right? Like if you're laughing, she's probably going to be laughing. The way I'm seeing it, anyways.
Yeah. So you might.
We'll see. I want her to enjoy Ghostbusters and not be scared of it. I'm like, okay.
Right.
So we might even have to go with the later seasons, not even season 1, maybe like a season 2.
I don't want to turn her off from the brand.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's a suggestion. Sure. The later seasons of the real Ghostbusters had Slimer in the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Slimer in the real,
had a lot of the Slimer cartoony shorts, which is almost like Slimer Looney Tunes. Mm-hmm. That might be something to let her watch, to kind of give her some fresh little, silly content, which is still within the Ghostbusters universe for her.
Mm-hmm.
They did also, I don't know, they did do that limited comic book run, which was supposed to be a tie-in between Afterlife and Frozen Empire. I don't know how scary that was, but
it wasn't. But it was also just not good.
It was just more kid-friendly art, is how it was drawn. So
yeah, no, the art is definitely kid-friendly.
I think the Slimer and the real Ghostbusters, because you get a short episode of like their regular stories, but then you get like a little mini episode of Slimer and his goofy friends.
Yeah.
So that might be something.
Yeah.
All good ideas. I'll give y'all a update.
Update. Yeah.
Probably in a month when we make our way around to it. Because she watches between Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. She also watching like Thunderman and K-pop. I don't know if y'all know what Thunderman is or Henry Danger.
Nope.
Yes.
It's along those lines. But as soon as she watched it, enjoyed it, I thought of you. I was like, oh man, wait till I tell him.
My niece is the exact same age as your daughter. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh man.
And Archer, if his daughter's scarred by it, he's sending all the doctor bills your way.
Yeah.
No, when she's scared, it's just more like, Daddy, you gotta sit next to me when I watch it. She'll watch Frozen Empire by herself. No problems. Like
and The Rock doesn't scare her?
No. Which is like
that was the weird part to me.
Ironic. That's very ironic or whatever.
Yeah.
She like her grandfather come over. She like, oh, Grandpa, you gotta watch Ghostbusters with me. And she's sitting him down, introducing him to like, like this is his first time, and he like 78, so he like, whoa man, the special effects thing came a long way. it is funny to see a kid gravitate towards a brand, just lock in.
Yeah.
It kind of like maybe like when I locked in on like, oh, Spider-Man is the best, I can't wait, or X-Men or Batman, or any of those series, you're like, oh, I gotta watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so good, don't interrupt me.
Mm-hmm.
Type thing. You see it just happen in real
Real
time.
time. Yeah.
And you're just like, wow.
There was
gets it.
There was a great video I saw on TikTok of I'm guessing it was the parent, like videoing the kid. I don't know if it was a boy or girl, but was watching the music video to Helena from My Chemical Romance and was just zoned in. And the caption was like, my kid's witnessing their canon event. I cannot interfere. And I was like, I get that. I was like, I get that. But that must also be a powerful moment as a parent to be like, oh, that's the moment. Like, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
First watch through Frozen Empire, glued, silent, locked in, focused. I was just like, she's enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I know she's enjoying it when I could walk away. Yeah. When I could walk away, she hooked.
Yeah.
If she want me next to her, then she not so hooked because she worried about what I'm doing. But
based on the age, that was Turtles for me. That was 1990 Turtles.
Oh wow.
That was my first movie theater. I know I went to go see Little Mermaid in theaters. I know that happened, but I don't remember it. However, I remember waiting in line and the feeling watching Ninja Turtles in theaters. And I was 5 years old at that time. I remember that like it was yesterday. And yeah, you witnessed the canon event. For sure. But hey, I appreciate you guys jumping on the stream. Gotta have you guys jump on for another episode, an earlier one. But this was a good time. I love this.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh
so
yeah,
late.
No, you're good.
Yeah, man. I saw you streaming. I was like, oh, well, let me. I'm getting her to bed and watching. And when she finally went to sleep, I'm like, okay, I could do stuff now.
Yeah.
So that's how it works for me.
I mean, as you guys know, it's definitely easier talking to other people with your words as opposed to talking in text on the chat in the stream.
Yeah, but he didn't read it. I said a follow up. He didn't read it yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
All that good stuff.
But I appreciate all of you guys jumping on, and appreciate you guys just coming through on the regular in the chats and all that. So thank you so much. And before we go, we'll work our way around. We'll start with Dave, and then we'll get to Tony, and then we'll get to Henry on if there's anything you want to plug before we wrap today's episode. So Dave, floor is yours. Plug your shit.
I have nothing planned right now. I mean, I'm working on some more 3D printing stuff. Obviously I got the oversized mini puffs I'm printing.
Nice.
Just work on some. The only thing I have to promote is Buffalo Ghostbusters on Facebook and Instagram. You guys can follow us. We are we have our 501c3 charity group, and we have a lot of stuff coming through the pipeline. So, this is our big heavy season for Toys for Tots. So, go ahead and check this out.
That's true.
Just look up the Buffalo Ghostbusters.
Love that.
And both on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're all over the place, and we have a lot going on. That's the only thing I have to really plug right now. As far as the channel, I'm just kind of like trying to refocus on 3D printing. I mean, been printing like PS5 controller holders and just doing like little stuff. I've got to decide if I'm going to do the unbox of that printer I won, and I'm trying to secure the H2S printer that I'm getting at some point, so I can do some larger prints. I'm not going to sell any more for some faux celebrities out there, but
Bro, how do you know all the lore?
Hey, I've been watching you for a long time, so
Really?
but no, it's I'm trying to refocus the channel right now, but right now most of the energy is just Buffalo Ghostbusters because Toys for Tots. This is the season for it. So
Mm-hmm.
but that's really what I have really focused. I'm probably going to do some 3D printing videos. Probably release them next week
Nice.
because there's a lot of fun stuff going on in the 3D printer space as far as availability stuff. Prices have been dropping on a lot of that stuff, so it makes it more available to everybody. So,
Mhm.
but that's really all I have going on.
Nice. And then Tony, first time on the stream. So happy to have you here, even though you're always in the chat, always supporting. Love having you around. Got to have you on for a full episode. But anything you want to promote or plug before we wrap today?
Basically, just the North Ontario Ghostbusters. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah, love that. And then that Slimer. Next time you're on, you got to talk to us, walk us through that.
For
that
sure.
Slimer.
I had
That's
to I fully repainted him and everything. So yeah,
that is savage. I love that. Henry, anything you want to plug before we wrap?
I'll be live tomorrow talking about a YouTuber with like 2 million subs asking people for money for a new project when he hasn't completed the current project that people donated $500,000 to.
I did my McKinsey comment on that, and I was like, I don't know if a lot of people know who McKinsey Consulting is, but I just feel like I just comment anyway.
Bro.
Dude, that video. Oh my God.
Aaron is trash. I'm just sorry. Just hashtag Aaron is trash.
You're being
talking
negative,
about,
and you must be subscribing to silly conspiracies to say something like that.
Tony, we're talking about Bat the Sun. Because,
I've been following.
Yeah. Very, very interesting stuff happening over there. I will say, the video, the Halloween video was interesting. I feel like I told them in the group chat, I'm trying to be as censored as I can here. I was telling some of the fellows in the group chat, like, first of all, I think buying OnlyFans is weird. I think that's a weird thing in itself. But like the fact that like he made that video for the purposes of kind of promoting his ladies OnlyFans was also weird in itself. But to the point of people in the comments, that sells. It still sells, so it's like sometimes I'm like, I can't even fault the dude for doing that. That's his game. Exactly. That's his wife's business. Sydney Sweeney broke the internet yesterday, and it wasn't for her acting skills. Like that's just the internet.
I mean, I commented on the Instagram of his, and I'm sure it was probably removed and deleted. But my comment was,
he's not as bad as Austin St. John. I'll say that.
My comment was something along the lines of, what is he? Is he the Temu Rob Zombie and she's Sherry Moon? I mean, it's just, he's just going to make stuff to put his supposed wife in there. And it's just, no, it's just terrible. It's trash. It's just complete trash.
Yeah. It gets clicks.
And he's trash. So, he's on brand.
We can talk for 3 hours on that, but we'll wrap.
Oh yeah, let's wrap up, man.
I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate wrap it up. I appreciate all of you guys for being on the stream with me, and of course all of you who show up in the chat. HeyArcher Live every Thursday, 8:15 p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated. Almost daily, we have the Daily Planet dropping here on the channel. Of course, Dave's Dimension, Tony, Henry, all amazing creators, all amazing people, and all of you are amazing as well. This community is just amazing. That's all I can say, and I love that we hang out every Thursday and just nerd out. It's just what we do. To Cutthroat's point, aka Chris, shout out to Chris as well. Happy nerdy Halloween. Hopefully you guys are all doing something fun tomorrow. Be safe, of course, whether it's with your kids going out trick-or-treating or hanging out at home. Just enjoy the day to the best that you can, because in this day and age of the crazy world we live in, all you can try to do is enjoy the breeze. That's all we can ask for. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace.
All right, have a good one, fellas.
We're out of here.
Huh? What? What? Huh? More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Yeah, come on, push a button. Push a goddamn button.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.